Theater of the Mind presents Retribution is meant for adults. As such, content warnings can be found in the podcast description. Listener discretion is advised.
For real.
Welcome to Theater of the Mind presents Retribution, episode 39. I'm Mike, I'm your Dungeon Master this evening, and this week's question from the Ultimate RPG Campfire Card Deck by James D'Amato is, in 10 years, what do you think you will miss the most about your life right now, and what will you be glad to leave behind?
My name is Amanda, and I am playing Mel Kelly. Mel is young, has not had a lot of life experience, but she's also not had a lot of great role models in terms of what a good life experience looks like. So her firm belief is that, well, it's really super awesome that we have this tight-knit group of friends right now during the apocalypse. If by some miracle of apparently God and the divine, because that's a thing now, we survive it, she knows that tight-knit group of friends will probably eventually kind of go their separate ways, get other lives, meet people, get over their traumas. And, well, some of them might still be friends, it won't be the same. And so she knows that she's going to miss that because it's the closest thing to an actual supportive family she's ever had. She's not going to miss the terror. Like, she's looking forward to life without terror, if in fact that is ever going to be possible.
I'm Jeremy. I'm playing Elliot Brandybane. Elliot Brandybane, he is going to miss the freedom to go and do whatever we think is the right answer. And the purpose of having a clear, defined goal of that this is what we're going to go do, and we can do it however we think we need to do it. That's what he's going to miss. He is not going to miss sleeping on the ground. He is way too old for sleeping in a bedroll on the ground. It was all right in his 20s, into his 30s. It hurts a lot, and mornings suck right now. So he's very looking forward to sleeping in a bed again.
I am Bernal. I am playing Olnok Vaga Johnson. Olnok's going to miss all of you smiling assholes. He's going to miss you guys, and he doesn't really like that part about it. But hopefully, he's really hoping in the next 10 years he'll still be alive. It's iffy. We don't know. You know what I mean? Since I had some sort of angel creature knight me, and then we all passed out, I don't know how crazy shit can get. So, hoping to be alive, and I'm going to miss these idiots. Also, probably going to miss just randomly killing people. You know?
It was so wholesome, and then it wasn't.
I mean, in self-defense. It's always been in self-defense, except for that one time, probably, and hopefully not again, but if I have to, I will. Anyway, that's more of a joke than real. Well, I hope. Hell, who knows? It's like, I've got a penchant for killing. Like, now it's a problem. So, who knows?
Jeffrey Dahmer, the sequel.
Right. It's so much worse the second time around.
You lose the friends because we're stopping you from murdering everyone in your
It's
path.
like, hey, calm down. Like, he looked at me, and I didn't like it. I didn't like how he looked at me.
Put down the hammer.
You want me to put it down? Oh, put it down.
Oldok, I can take you. We proved this.
Yes. She is squirrely. She's very fast.
He likes the hammer.
Yep.
Hello, I am Downs, and I'm playing James O'Brien. James is going to miss the freedom, for sure, in 10 years. If we're able to fix the problem and the world starts turning again, he's going to miss the freedom of being able to go wherever without social constraints. For sure.
Has that been a problem you faced?
No, but there's currently no digital record of James.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
But what are you not going to miss, James?
I'm kind of getting tired of the campfire cooking. A little bit. That's why grilling was really nice.
Hard work.
I'm Kasey. I play Emery Lee. And similar to Elliot, Emery has really liked having like this direct, clear purpose in life. It is not anything she ever would have seen coming, obviously. But having a direction to go and something to work towards is not something that she's necessarily had before. She's not going to miss like this terror of moving around so much. The travels, camping is fun. She thought it was fun
Occasion.
before that was our entire life. But ultimately, she's been kind of enjoying, despite everything kind of going to hell a little bit, she's kind of been enjoying having that direction.
Moritar is fully convinced that 10 years from now he'll be wrapping up the previously unachieved invasion of Russia in the winter.
Good fucking
He
luck.
will be the one that achieves this. And by that point, he's pretty convinced that he will be looking for the next planet to top.
I hear Mars is nice this time of year.
Let's roll for recap. We'll go old school highest.
That is fucking huge. Okay. Yeah.
13.
It doesn't roll. It just boom.
Also 13.
2.
4.
Wow. 13s. Roll off betwixt the two of you.
8.
Still, oh fuck. Still high.
Yeah.
Fuck. I rolled low.
All right, what happened last episode? I do specifically mean the episode directly before this one.
I knew that was
You do a lot. Yeah.
So anyway, we left Junction.
That was episode 1. Wow. Okay.
No.
That was the last thing he clearly remembers.
Let's see. We were all in a panic because Melanie had disappeared off the face of the earth, but it turns out she was just in a different plane of existence.
Next to the faces.
Next to the face of the earth. Yeah. We talked about taking the wizardy book away from old man McGruber that he cooked himself, so that's no longer a problem, more than likely. Let's see, we made it back to town. We had fish tacos, very important.
They were baller. They were good.
Yeah, very good, especially the second time.
With the Jesus figure.
Yeah. We were told by the pastor Eric, is that his name?
Uh-huh.
That his prayers were answered. Went to the church, met a celestial of some flavor known as David, if I remember correctly. He poked Olnak with a sword and got rid of the lycanthropy. We all went to sleep. The fish came back to life.
And then summarily suffocated and died.
Yep, the fish died.
While
I
we were
cooked it again.
Asleep.
And then we were told that, what's your sister's name?
Sadie.
Sadie, apparently has disappeared. Didn't
Yep.
miss it.
You cooked a 22 steak.
That too. Yeah, that was
So you all decided you were going to eat first
yeah.
and then find Sadie. Priorities.
This is the first time we've had a good steak in a
we
while.
can walk and eat. It's fine.
We can all walk and eat. I'll take it in my hand.
So yeah, Sharon is very much not sitting down at the table, looking around. Sadie's missing. Did she come back?
No, we haven't seen her since she left for lunch.
I'm like
She's-
mid tucking my napkin into my shirt.
Mel's like cutting and chewing as she's listening. This is terrible. Ooh, this is good.
Did she make it to the
I put
wall?
the knife back.
Yeah, she was there. She ate those fantastic fish tacos. See.
Yeah.
She ate with us, and she said she was going to start saying if she could go about patching up the wall some. Apparently, she can plants now. Is
Yeah.
basically all she said before wandering off. I can plants, and wandered off, which I thought was a weird.
That
thing
is
to
a weird
say.
way to say what
That's-
she can do. Yeah, that
Ah.
So
You can plant this if you want.
she wandered off to patch the wall, and we haven't seen her since.
Correct.
What was the last time you saw her?
And where
When
were
she-
you stationed at the wall?
I was stationed up at the.
Or where did she walk away from you, I guess?
I was stationed at the welcome table, I guess you'd call it, where we have the cookies and the coffees and the stuff.
Sure.
And she went off around the corner. We had workers around the corner there. Some folks say they saw her working, but they were all kind of focused doing their own thing. The wall is getting quite tall. So half of the building project is figuring out ghetto rig scaffolding to get up to the next layer.
So not sure.
Was
She
there like
seemed
a giant beanstalk looking thing or a weed kind of over a wall section?
no,
Okay.
no, Jack wasn't there.
Just checking. She can plants now.
No, but some of the workers said that she was looking pretty interested at some of the graffiti that's popped up on the, the kids with their spray paints and big flat surface. Were painting on it. She was looking pretty interested at some of that. But everybody was pretty well focused in their own tasks. Nobody saw her leave. Nobody saw her walk away. She's not there now.
Which specific bit of graffiti was she interested in? Like, could you take us there?
Yeah, I could show you.
Okay. And then how long ago was this? A couple hours ago? 5 hours? How long?
It's hard to say. I noticed she's missing when it was time to come home. Everybody was pretty well filtering off, and she didn't filter off with them.
Yeah, unfortunately, we have a gap in our memory.
Yeah. That's a good point.
Sleeping really hard
Yeah.
All right.
and very suddenly.
Well, I'm gonna go try and find.
Yeah.
Sadie.
Oh, no, I'm
We're
right
gonna
there
go.
with
Oh
you.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
As he finishes his steak off.
I absolutely.
I'm listening and asking
chewy.
questions and eating.
Yes.
I haven't said much because I'm just shoving it down my gullet as
Right.
much as possible so we can get the fuck out of here.
This is dope, but this is urgent.
This is fantastic steak.
All right. Well, let's.
Let's go.
Right.
Let's
Direct
go
us to
at
the
least where
graffiti.
we last saw her and find the graffiti.
Yeah.
So she leads you down to the northwest, I believe, is where I've been consistently saying this is.
Sure.
Part of town. And you can see it started off as a wall between buildings. But up on the westest part of it, it started just becoming its own corral. Clearly, they as you're walking, Sharon's filling you in on some of the details. Their undead population wasn't terrible, but after about 2 weeks, pretty large hordes started coming from the nearby cities. And through some pretty hard, clever work on their part, they were able to herd the zombies into this monster-sized pen. And they've just kept building more sections as they've gone.
Absolutely terrifying.
Yeah, it was one of the worst days that any of them hope they'll ever see again.
No. The fact that they're all still here. Technically, they're just penned up.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's scary too. That day was pretty traumatic, but the pen's scary too. That's why we keep fortifying it.
Do they die of starvation eventually? Die? Like perma-die?
They change.
Change?
How?
You'll see.
Okay. I don't like that Resident Evil setup, but all right.
Yeah, exactly.
I have not the words to describe what they go through.
That doesn't help. That makes it sound worse. That's cool. All right.
But so it's you're approaching it. You saw it a little bit from the rooftop of the Mason's Lodge when you were hanging out with Blake.
That's right.
Balake.
But up close and personal, this thing it's a fierce structure. It's ghetto rigged as hell. I mean, you're seeing bits of dresser, pallets, walls, fences,
Any type of wood.
any wood that they could cobble together. It's very Fortnite building kind of vibes, honestly. Bits of drywall holding it on places. Just whatever flat, nailable surface they had has been combined into a fairly impressive pen. I believe I said last time it was about 2 stories tall, which is still the case. And what you could see, today's work was mostly creating braces to help keep the pen upright. They were fortifying arms coming off at angles to reinforce the wall, basically. strengthen it. So you can see that there is some real sketchy scaffolding spots leading up to the top of these bars where they were fastening to the increased fortification. And Emery's, Miss Sharon, leads you around. You can see where, very obviously, the cookie table is, with a logbook saying who volunteered, how much, yada, yada, yada. And she leads you around the corner, and you see a fair bit of pretty standard kid graffiti. A couple Anarchy A's, a handful of Resists.
The stupid S.
Yeah,
That
stupid S's
everybody
all
has
over it.
always, everybody's written for apparently since the dawn of time. Yeah,
A couple of Kilroys was here's.
right. World War I throwback or something.
Right?
Two.
Yeah.
Yep. And as you're getting further, you can tell the difference between the graffiti, because Fort Morgan is not a hub of urban art. So they don't have the spray paint control you see on good stuff. There's a lot of dripping, a lot of bleeding. It's pretty simple work. There's a section where the paint is crisp, clean, green colored.
Does it look fresh?
Very. And it looks very well done. And it doesn't look like any graffiti you've seen. It looks runic.
Yeah, that's what I was afraid of.
It looks runic in a vaguely circle.
Huh.
No.
Awesome.
Does Mel react to it at all?
I
don't know,
mean,
Mel, do you
I
react to it at all?
always react to the things I don't understand.
Well, I
with-
meant like I didn't know if it was like a charmed effect that.
Yeah,
see.
she's the normal amount of charm
Okay.
by this wall.
It's a wall,
It's a
and
slick wall.
I don't know. It gives me heebie-jeebies. I definitely have the heebie-jeebies.
I didn't know if like this is like some kind of like trigger to make Sadie like fall deeper into the charmed thing that you're under.
What?
Don't worry about it.
He thinks the vampire
Nice.
be casting the graffitis to make you love him.
Something like that, yeah.
Very strong
Because all I know was
alchemic
that she
love
saw
spell.
the graffiti, was interested in the graffiti, and then disappeared off the face of the earth.
I don't know.
What if it's a
all,
portal?
All I know is
I-
that circly ruins give me the heebie-jeebies. That says magic.
Door.
I've
Magic.
always been creeped out.
What's the meaning of
Circular rings.
We
Millions.
so earlier today, Mel and I were looking at a spell book
Mhm.
and helped at least figure out how to cast the spell that was in it.
Do any of those runes look like what we
Give
saw?
me either investigation or history.
Spin the Wheel of Fortune by a Val.
And specifically only these two
This case,
characters,
really.
as the rest of you were
We
fishing.
didn't know. Yeah. I was throwing a hammer and stuff.
18.
Oh no, it was before we were throwing hammers and stuff. Okay.
Yep. You were fishing.
I was doing
Nat
fish.
1.
Nice.
Dope.
I'm rolling like garbage.
Mel is
today,
good
guys.
short-term memory.
Should we find Jeff and have him look at it?
I was gonna say Mel's whole thing was that she hated reading and studying, but when she actually applied herself, she was surprisingly good at it.
Emery, these are green runes in a
Yeah.
vaguely circle.
I'm staring at them and I'm like, I don't like this. This doesn't.
You rolled an 18.
Yes.
You see. You nailed. The first thing you see is you see the symbol from the Crazy Dudes trailer that meant alteration. The one that you guys were able to kind of suss out.
Changes.
Or change, something along those lines. More worryingly, though, you have just a rock star epiphany. This looks very similar to the runes that were engraved in the baseball field before a Moritar.
Oh no.
I don't like this. This looks like. Did anybody remember on the TV when the dude showed up in the field and there was all of that, like, that, but in the field?
Whitfield.
And as she is mentioning this,
TV,
you do
the baseball
remember
game.
There was the ball of light that turned
Yeah.
into a pillar. And right after being a pillar,
Or green
runes were
all
burned
around.
into the turf just before Amaratar and his army emerged.
Yeah, because my phone had stopped working, so I looked up at the TV and I saw that.
You can't say with extreme certainty that every rune's an exact match. You couldn't see them all on
There's
the
no
TV.
possible.
But they look
But
super
the
similar.
vibe is spot on.
How can this be the same thing? No one's freaking out after seeing a gigantic pillar of light. Unless this one's more subtle.
It could be more subtle, but I mean, I don't know. I'm still getting the bad magic heebie-jeebies. It's green. Maybe green's good. What color were they on the TV?
They were
Green.
green.
Awesome.
Oh shit.
Which would have been hard
Is there
to see on the
anybody here at
baseball
the wall
field,
that
possibly.
was working
Sure.
at the time when Sadie disappeared? We want to ask around and
Jorge comes up.
okay, we want to find out.
Does he sound like Dante?
No,
Damn.
I can't do that accent.
Same stuff, fool. Right.
Pardon me. Do you know Sadie Lee?
In passing.
I mean, you know who she is? She was helping at the wall this afternoon. Did you see her? Happen to?
Yeah, I was up in the scaffolding for the most part, but yeah, Jorge could be from Canada. They called me George up there. Yeah, I was working up at the top of the wall. She was real interested in the same stuff that y'all are interested in there.
Did you? Was she messing with? We're trying to find her. She didn't make it home. We're trying to-
I was more worried about the timber here, but
Sure.
she was definitely like staring at it. She made some plants grow near it, and which I thought was wild. Made some plants. She like looked at them and they got big. And you see there's one real healthy, like, fern.
Or her sunflower.
Yeah,
thing
yeah.
It's like huge.
But yeah, I mean, I saw her kind of messing with it, and then I got back to adjusting and anchoring the timber. I looked back and she was gone. I just kind of assumed that she had wandered off to check out the rest of it.
All right.
Yeah, there was a very, very faint, like, breeze around that same time, I'd say. But,
All right. Thank you, Jorge.
I'm sure that was
We-
just a coincidence.
We appreciate it.
That's-
Yeah.
You stay safe working up there, okay?
Yep.
Yeah.
Thankfully, next week it's the Baptist church down the streets' turn.
All right.
I get a break. That was
Okay. Well, thank you.
scary.
I got a bad idea.
Mel's gonna
Do we think
punch
we
the
can-
wall.
Okay,
Ow.
well, okay. Not bad. Like,
That was not. On my list of expected reactions.
Keeping in mind my punches are magical.
They
I was
are
gonna touch
indeed.
it with mage hand, but that works too.
Go ahead and
Attack the wall.
God.
Do I have to roll to hit?
Yeah, you do.
Oh, God damn it. All right.
So mustard, I
Why do I expect this to go horribly awry very quickly? All right.
13. Do I
Yeah.
hit the wall?
Yep. Better roll damage.
Okay. 4 points of
Bludgeoning damage.
magical bludgeoning damage on the wall.
You guys remember?
We'll say that this portion is plywood. That way you have a decent sized, uniform, flat surface. You absolutely crack that.
Mel, we don't know what that does. We don't know what the spell does.
I don't know. I just
And Jorge's like, "What are you doing?"
I just thought it might help.
This wall keeps them in. And you hear as soon as you conk, because it's not quiet.
Oh fuck! I forgot
And you
about the
hear
zombies.
inside,
I had a bad idea, but
Oh
not
my
that
God.
bad.
Mel absolutely forgot about the zombies.
Think before you punch.
I'm
We've had
sorry,
this
I
discussion with Olnak.
hyper-focused
Yeah, I
on the
kicked that
creepy
door
magical
open and then we all
juju.
almost fucking died. You don't remember that one?
Sorry, I
well-
totally forgot about the zombies.
Is
behind the
Emery,
wall.
what Jorge said, it sounds like she was casting spells at this thing. Maybe you can see if you can get
If
it.
she cast spells at this thing and she disappeared,
That was
We'll get close together and do it, but we don't know where it goes.
Maybe
Well,
we'll
we-
instant
No.
transmission to wherever this takes us.
We could put something in front of it, and I can mage hand and touch the circle.
Do
with
we-
Mage hand.
And do
You
what?
should
And maybe
mend
see
it
if the
before
thing
we
gets
go.
teleported or something. I don't
Okay,
know.
and then
It'll
what?
take me a good couple minutes.
I don't know.
Okay, I say we all stand in front of it really close. Emery hits it with magic, and hopefully we
Alright,
get
well-
teleported
Hit
to
it
where
with
sister
mending.
went.
Okay,
The hole I
okay,
just put
wait.
it.
Do we have all our shit if we're teleported somewhere that we don't have access to all of
Absolutely.
our gear?
I came ready for fights.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
we're going to
Alright.
zombie territory. I was ready
Okay.
to throw down.
All right. This is a terrible idea, but
Yeah.
It is.
It's never
It's
stopped
the
us
best
before.
idea.
They all are. All of them. Everyone we've had. They've worked out so far.
Have
Maybe-
they, though?
you
I mean,
know,
we're alive.
just in case, maybe like put a hand on me. I don't want to teleport somewhere alone.
Okay, I'll
Okay.
put a hand on Emery, and then
We
somebody
just make like a
put the
chain
hand,
link.
Yeah,
like a
we'll just
human
make-
chain.
And I'll reach out to the thing.
It's like a
I'm gonna
selfie picture.
I'll,
We're
I
all-
start with
I think
mending
Blues could do our way
because
through something here.
mending.
Okay. You fixed the board.
Okay.
Yay.
That's good.
Doesn't do anything else.
You can kind of vaguely see the paint reacts,
Uh huh.
but nothing.
Does it start glowing in that gross,
Oh, just
like,
kinda.
eldritch
Flicker.
green color?
Hit it with
Yeah.
something stronger.
you can
Emery.
roll an Arcana as well if you would
Sure.
I could hit it
like,
with
if
some
you're
strong magic.
proficient in it.
Emery,
I am.
if you want me to hit it with strong
Dirty
magic,
20.
this way you don't explode on
You
it.
can tell that this was absolutely recently used. It was absolutely recently triggered,
This is totally overseas.
Sounds about right.
and you're not fully confident if it'll fire back up. So to speak.
I don't know. Keep trying.
Trying. I can just go up the spell levels.
Did you
I
want
might
me to
waste
do
a lot of
it
spells.
since we're like in close proximity? You don't accidentally bamf us out of existence.
I don't know, James. I don't know. You guys asked me to do magic at it, so I'm doing magic at it.
All right.
If you want to do magic at it, then you do.
Don't go
magic
Mario
at it.
Superstar. We don't need another fucking light show. I guess you can't really control that, but
Plus,
I
all,
can't
all of my
control that.
spells are non.
If you-
I'm really hoping if I'm directly behind her, she can't banish me.
But sure. I'll do a first level energy at it. It's not really. I'm just like pushing energy at it.
Okay.
I felt that slight flare, so I'm just pushing at it, trying to reactivate
Can I hide
what's in
behind
there.
I
How
hear
does
you.
your roll your mild magic, see if you bomb?
Okay.
right, everybody goes.
well,
'cause
we're
she-
all touching her.
Can I use my inspiration on that?
Oh no!
I don't think on wild magic you can. no.
I think
Yeah, we're just like ridiculously high.
Well,
I
no,
blew
you
up
blew
after
up,
that.
Oh,
so
okay.
you should have been on a 1.
We should be started.
You just
over.
rolled it
and we
out
had a
one
long
big-
rest, right? Doesn't that matter?
No, apparently it came up to 3.
Yeah, with the fight.
Yeah, you had a
In
pretty
that fight,
solid amount
I
of
just
spells.
rolled a 3.
Oh. Oh God.
So
So, but that whole me hiding behind Olmec thing was that?
No, no.
This is the more
I'm like stressed. So
Oh no.
I'm like snapping at James and pushing magic into the damn thing.
Everybody that you're touching gets temporary hit points.
TPK.
From our own
God.
party member. Oh shit.
Well, that is the risk of running with a wild magic.
It's not unheard of.
Do you guys
Yeah.
ever do those Jacob's ladder things where one person touch electrified field and then everyone touches hands and just everyone gets zapped at the same time?
Is that what that's called?
generator. No, it's a Vandegraaff generator.
There we go.
And
I was
for
like, a
the,
Jacob's ladder
Touching
thing is a
Jacob's
very
ladders.
different thing that I thought of, but I could be very
Yeah, that
wrong.
will electrocute you to death.
for the listeners at home, we are using the Game Master's Book of Astonishing Random Tables by Ben Egloff's alternate wild or variant wild magic table. 19.
Fancy.
I will say none of my d20s have rolled over 10 today so far. So not that I've done much, but I'm really on one. Oh no. Oh no.
Okay. Everybody who isn't Emery but is in contact with Emery, please roll a Constitution save.
God damn it.
Sorry.
Constitution save.
16.
Yep. 16. Okay.
15 total.
21.
10.
You're deaf. And you're deaf. Emery and Mel are deaf. I
All of a
need
sudden you hear us go, ma, ma.
I need you to roll a D4, Emery.
This
2.
Archer.
You are deaf for 2 hours.
Oh my god.
you just can't hear shit. Like,
So I'm like focusing and concentrating. I close my eyes and I push the energy into this thing, trying to reactivate it, and everything goes quiet. And I assume everyone's just giving me a moment to focus.
And then you turn around, there's Mel.
And then it's a really long moment. You can talk still.
Yeah,
not-
yeah, you're
not mute.
deaf.
But I can't figure out why I can't hear myself.
Yeah.
I can't hear myself think.
Emery, did you put magic into the thing?
What?
Emery.
What?
Emery?
Hello? Hi.
Did you put magic into the circle? Uh-oh.
What? I can't hear you.
Uh-oh.
I
Guys,
can't
hold
hear
on,
anything
can you
you
hear
guys are
Did
saying.
Yeah,
it
I'm
go
good.
like
Okay.
super
Fine.
quiet?
Elliot, you good?
Guys?
But the magic
Hello?
user can't hear.
Yeah.
That's gonna be great to figure this out. Do you know sign language? I
This
don't.
is a fucking
No.
nightmare.
Mel, you good? I'm like waving in front of Mel.
Hi.
Mel's just like staring at the wall.
Okay, I can't tell because that's normal baseline.
Elliot will stand in front of Emery and very slowly and clearly enunciate. Can you hear?
You want like a performance check to see if they can understand?
No.
And
Can
then
I
I'll,
hear?
Then
No.
I'll grab Melanie.
What about
and
deer?
like
Yeah.
turn her and hold her face and very clearly mouth. Can you hear? And I'll point to my ears.
No, you can't hear. Wait.
Okay.
I can't hear either.
I don't
Emery-
know.
Emery is going to pull her pack off. She's like mad at this point. She just yanks her pack off and drops at her feet and digs through it till she finds her sketchbook and a pencil and hands it to Elliot.
And then I'll write down, apparently you're deaf, question mark.
Apparently I'm deaf. No one else? Mel, obviously.
Mel's deaf,
Huh?
you're deaf.
Nope.
All right, we're good. And then I'll write, I'm guessing your magic went.
Did I feel anything pushing magic into the wall, or did it just trigger the surge?
Yeah, just the search.
Okay.
You saw the same thing. The paint reacted in the exact same
Yeah.
fashion.
Yeah.
No more, no less.
I don't think it's going to activate that way.
You're talking too loud.
I'm talking
Quiet
too loud?
Down a
I
little.
can't-
We
She's
can
just
hear
shouting.
you fine.
Sorry.
Maybe we should grab Jeff
This
for the
is.
magic circle.
I don't know.
It's not
I don't know
circle.
what to do about it. Maybe we should get Jeff. Maybe he can at least figure out how to activate this thing.
Mel's
I-
gonna
My
keep
sister-
wandering
I
off
could-
down the wall to
I-
see if she finds any other weird graffiti.
Oh God, Mel's gonna.
Yeah,
get
great.
punched
You
in the
can't
wall.
hear. Let's walk away from the fucking group. Mel!
That's not gonna work. She's deaf.
I don't know what else to do.
We'll just all run down with her. And I don't know if
That's the only thing out of place. in the scene.
if she walked away, I could track her, but if she disappeared through a portal, I got no way to track Sadie. I don't know how to find her.
With everyone following Mel, I think Emery kicks the wall, hurts her foot
Stop.
because she's not good at kicking things the way Mel is, and then picks up her pack and follows.
Can we all stop kicking the walls
Yeah,
that's containing the
all
zombies,
I
please?
can't hear you, so I'm not even reacting to that.
You weren't gonna listen anyway.
I just walk it and following everyone else.
When someone finally catches up to Mel and she just they turn her around and she's like, "What? I'm hunting for clues." But of course she says it really loudly.
I write. We didn't say split up gang.
I wanted to find clues.
I didn't give you the paper. I can't hear you.
And then she realizes she needs to enunciate her clues.
I just realized I could use minor illusion to make words in the air.
Yeah, there you go.
That would be very handy, actually.
I have no idea what Mel is saying. What is she talking about? Why is she wandering off?
Ginge, you got this one?
I use minor illusion to make words just kind of
Translate.
float into the
Okay.
sky using like clouds or something like that. Mel is on her
Thought
Scooby-Doo
bubbles.
phase.
I don't know what that means.
Mel's looking for clues.
Okay.
We are going for blues.
Someone who can think clearer than I can right now should decide what we should do
Hey,
about this.
Elliot,
And
do you think it might
Emery
be the
looks directly
vampire
at Elliot.
that we were dealing with earlier?
I always suspect the vampire.
Okay, yeah. How often are you able to do that? You see colors of different types of stuff.
I could do it now.
Okay.
The problem is I don't think I'll see Sadie though.
I'm assuming that wherever Sadie is, the vampire is.
I guess we can go talk to the vampire, but if he didn't have anything to do with it,
Then that's us just dealing with a vampire and not dealing with Sadie.
which I'm not against that. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
What if Sadie's green? Right? That's one of the things you sense sometimes, right?
Yeah, maybe. I'll try. So I'll go ahead.
My sister's not an elf.
I'm kind of just like I am closed captioning.
She might be short now, but she's not an elf.
All right. Well, let's.
I assumed you were translating all
Oh yeah,
of this.
I am a teleprompter.
So let's move away from the wall because those undead they screw this thing up a little bit. So we need to move away from the wall a little ways. I am in my favorite terrain,
Yep.
so I get 6 miles.
Okay.
I'm going to do my sense.
Okay. So just picture time of night, day. It is
Afternoon, evening.
late afternoon. The sun is still very much up, but it's not going to be for like.
Because it was what,
Hours.
5:30 by now, maybe.
Yeah.
And we're out in the plains, so sunsets later than normal because there's no mountains to stop it.
Yep.
So you fired off, and then so obviously, fuckload of undead, pretty nearby, nauseatingly large amount of undead. And you could detect back at the Masonic Lodge, one undead, best as you could tell, pacing. And notably, the white yellow is.
Okay.
Interesting.
I'm going to specifically note the white yellow to myself. And then I'll let the group know. I'll say, I think there's an undead pacing in the Masonic Lodge and then this mess here.
I mean, if we gotta go back and get Jeff anyway, we're gonna be going past there.
Oh, I mean, we can. I don't know what help we
I
can
don't-
get from Jeff, but
What else can we do about this circle on the wall?
We should check that pacing thing first.
I don't.
Because I was only going to use Jeff for like the teleportation circle thingy.
that's
If,
fair.
Well, I was gonna say if the whatever undead's over there had Sadie, would it not pacing? Because I'm still not convinced it's the vampire. He seemed like a decent
It's so
fellow.
hard to tell what she's saying when she is able to hear. Now it's this. So
Yeah.
dark.
I don't. I'm out of ideas. We can go check
I
the
suddenly
Masonic
feel like
Lodge.
No one's listening to me. Which she says out loud, forgetting that, well, she can't hear them, they can hear her.
I'm good to go check out the lodge.
'Kay.
So let them know that we're gonna go.
Ta-da!
Just a
Okay.
scrolling cloud.
Just a random thought, should anybody maybe check inside the undead pen?
No,
We
really should.
I could check with the bird or something to know so we're not in danger.
What if she ended up
Just
in
like
there?
look, if that's an option.
If she ended up in there, she's dead.
Yeah.
That's also
I'm
high.
pretty
Well,
sure we would have heard that. Well,
what
the three of us
what if she
would've
like
heard that.
treehoused her way out of it? You know what I mean? Like we should probably be able to see that now that I think about it.
I don't know. I'm
There are no large tree houses.
trying to be
She
helpful.
just make.
The guy that was up on top of the
Nobody's
scaffolding
listening.
working on it when she disappeared, I'm guessing it would have caused a stir in the group of ravenous undeads that they would have said, yeah, somebody appeared in there and they ate her. Like, I'm guessing somebody would have said
something.
Yeah.
They would have noticed them, like.
I gotta
rioting.
believe it would, yeah.
we're gonna follow the trail on this side of the man-eating fence.
Yeah. All right, I say we head to the
You
Masonic
monster.
Lodge and see what's going on.
It's just a giant mimic of a
It's
fence.
got a ridiculous AC because it's nothing but the fence.
God.
Nothing but defense.
Oh, that was, ugh.
I'm so glad I didn't hear that.
So you guys let Sharon and Ken know that you think you have a lead.
We hope we have.
But ask them to just hang out here and keep an eye out, assuming.
May
I'm
as
guessing you
well.
don't want them to join you for the vampire meet.
No,
Absolutely
just go
not.
home.
I'm
In
not.
case she comes home. Go home and be home in case she comes
Yeah,
home.
you're probably right. Okay. We'll go home.
I don't know anything else you can help with. Ask the neighbors to look for her. I mean,
Yeah,
Keep
we'll-
an eye out at least.
We'll get with Pastor Eric and see if we can get a.
Search party.
search
Thank you.
party together. Yeah.
Can only
Do
think
that.
of watch group, and that's
Yeah.
almost the
I know you're
opposite.
flustered. You're missing a child. It's okay.
yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna go in here and see if she's in here.
Will somebody, will you take Jacob with you?
Yes, young child. We don't need any more children disappearing.
Did she say yes?
Yes.
Yes.
That's starting
Okay.
to sound like,
Yes,
is
I
she here
said
now?
yes. Yes.
She's
Those two-
deaf.
Yeah,
We don't know what
Something
happened.
happened. They can't hear for a little bit. Hopefully not forever, but we don't know. So that's a thing,
Okay. It could be real fun having this
isn't it?
interaction
Yeah.
with the two most charismatic people.
Yep.
You're welcome for that.
Hey, maybe I can't be recharmed if I'm deaf.
You know what? If you don't look at him, that'll help.
But he's pretty.
Yeah. So just go blind.
You
and
can't
deaf.
hear, remember?
Well,
We do
he's
have a
got his-
non-stop closed captions.
Yeah,
we just
he's
got him floating in
he's
front
got
of the
his
okay,
version
all right,
on
right, right.
autopilot.
Triple C closed cloud caption.
So you guys, the Masonic Lodge isn't very far. You make it over there, no sweat. You guys, how do you want to end?
Don't break the door down.
I won't.
Mel says way too loudly.
might.
Hello.
Okay.
Well, he knows we're here, so
Yeah.
stealth's out of the picture. We
we-
can't do that one.
We were led upstairs before, so
Uh-huh.
if the door unlocked?
It's locked. You did see where he pulled the key from, though, so you could.
Yeah.
easily-
So just let ourselves in and make our way through.
You see
Okay.
James like start getting out the toolkit to like.
I just
start-
reach up and grab the key and unlock the door.
Oh, that's no fun.
I
Oh,
didn't even
lame.
hear you getting the tools out because
Yeah, she's deaf. She can't hear
She
shit.
just like pushed me out of the way. Like, okay.
Elliot, was he on the roof when you saw him, please?
Third floor.
I don't know. He was in his area.
Well, I mean, was it a little floaty undead dot or a grounded undead dot?
I can't answer that.
Up a bit.
And up a bit.
Okay.
You were
Also,
like
second
7
floor.
blocks away, so the difference from the roof to the third floor
It's
was
not
pretty
much.
minimal.
Yeah.
He was
That's what
not
it
on the
feels
ground.
like in Harry Potter. Conversations back and forth.
Maybe.
I don't know. Let's go. So we opened the front door and
kind of
It
storm.
seems how she yelled. I'm assuming you're not trying to sneak.
not at this
No.
point.
Not
There's
at
probably
this
no
point, yeah.
purpose to it.
So you
anyway.
guys,
Not that sneaking worked against him anyway.
Didn't- yeah,
Try
no.
to sneak when you're deaf would be a fucking nightmare.
Yeah, you had
can't
no
tell.
idea that you kicked something over.
Thank you very much.
Clang, clang, clang. Scream! That was super quiet. I didn't hear anything.
fucking killing it.
I am so good at this. Oh yeah.
If they can't hear me, I can't. Well, if I can't hear them, they can't hear me.
If you could just tell them to stop sneaking, that would be great. It's not helping.
We're trying to sneak and we're being even louder than normal.
You
I-
guys
I
are
think-
not good at this.
Emery might be stomping a little bit because she is kind of bad at this point. But she doesn't know.
Understand.
Emery's in a bad mood.
So you guys,
I say without closed captions.
as soon as you enter, you hear Blake's voice from above. You're welcome to come in.
We've already done that.
Please come upstairs.
Hold your horses, we're on our way.
Some of us don't hear anything. We're still.
James,
Mel's
let 'em
doing
know
like
we're-
the
we're
sneaky
good.
Mission Impossible thing,
God.
but running into all of the furniture.
The captions read, vampire above says blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And
Make
And
our
greet
way,
us
being
in Vampire. All right,
make our way
upstairs we go.
So you walk upstairs, and unlike last time, for all of his emo poetry house, there was a coolness to him, just a calm confidence.
Yeah.
You see a stressed man pacing upstairs.
What's wrong,
It's like,
bud?
you are here. Sadie's not with you.
So you don't know where she is either.
She's in distress.
She's in what
How?
dress?
Distress.
Oh,
Distress. She is
How
in danger.
do you know?
They're
they
deaf.
can't hear right now.
Magic happened. They're
Yeah.
deaf.
Kidoki.
What do you know about my sister right now? And what can you tell
I
us?
moved the captions to right next to the vampire, so every time he says something, they just kind of appear.
Like, relax. It's not a thing. It's not gonna hurt you. It's just how we're gonna have them know what you're saying. Is that you got it?
This is very strange, but I am on board.
I even add the Z's for all the words.
He didn't talk like your captions last
I
night.
finish every sentence with blah blah blah.
I do not say blah, blah, blah.
I do not say blah 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 blah.
Well, goes hi.
Hi, Mel. It is good to see you again. I was wishing it would be under better
All right,
circumstances.
on topic, please.
She is in danger. We spend enough time, and I spend enough time with mortals. I am able to develop a bond of sorts.
Yeah, we noticed.
That's
He drops the effect on you. I am not interested. I honest to God thought you were
Oh,
going
damn.
to kill me yesterday. You smell of hunters,
We might have.
and
Because
he smelled
you're-
of dog,
Just
which
got
you
dropped
don't
by a
anymore,
vampire.
Which is good.
which is strange.
No, it's good.
Mel
I
is
trust
I
you.
oddly
agree. I don't
offended
care
by
for the
that.
dogs. I charm your friend to hopefully survive last night was all my goals. You reek of hunters. You very clearly have blood on your hands.
So what have you been doing to Sadie?
I've been hanging out with her. She has been friend.
Inside
Yes.
check.
Go for it.
The words
I
sounded
believe
like
he's
hanging
telling the
out,
truth.
but the
He's
but,
freaking
but
out.
like the text over here said I've been eating Sadie. Like that's what I heard.
This short redhead is liar.
Blah blah blah.
This short redhead. very
I've been
good
hanging
cook.
out. I've been feeding on.
That's what I say. I can read as well.
I am very illiterate. I have no idea what to say. No, just kidding. I stopped because.
What was your insight check?
That was a 17.
Yeah, you believe him.
Okay. At that point, I start actually saying what he's saying.
I have genuine no ill will with your sister. She was just a friend. I moved to town. She worked at the diner that I frequented. We struck up conversation. She was a very kind person.
Yeah.
I do not get kindness very often in my life. It was nice.
Then why'd you charm her?
She's a teenage girl. They charm themselves quite frequently.
Fair.
Fair.
I have no magics upon her other than the bond. She was near the pen.
Yeah, she was.
She is across town immediately and in
Across-
danger.
Across
Okay.
town where?
Do you know where?
The
Which direction?
Meat
How far?
packaging plant.
Autofish?
Autofish. Yes, the big microfish plant.
Wait, hold on. Meat plant?
The autofish meatpacking.
She
kit? That's a
travel
weird
as
name.
if immediate.
Yeah,
Okay.
we found like a teleportation circle thingy out of
We think.
green spray paint.
Spray-
Spray paint.
It's hard to do this and do the words at the same
It's
time.
creepy heebie-jeebie vibes. I don't like it.
We couldn't get it to go off again, and so she's at the autofish plant.
Yar.
How far is that?
It is a
It's like
distance.
A
Is it,
mile
like, within
and a
500
half ish.
feet?
No,
No,
Okay.
it's about a mile and a half.
about a mile and a half
Maybe
from
two
here.
miles.
Do you know anything? Can you tell anything else through the bond?
She's in danger. She is scared.
Got it. No, you don't know what it is, what caused it, how. Was
I-
there,
All I know is she was there. I can you just kind of know.
I got you.
And she now not. She,
Okay, we should probably get going then.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
I would
Full
imagine if you
speed.
just got magically teleported a mile and a half away, you might be a little terrified. That fits. It tracks.
Yeah. All right.
How,
James, you
do you
said
know how
trusted
long
this
she's
guy?
been there?
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
she's been there roughly an hour and a half. we'll say.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay.
Okay.
She's been there for a while.
All right, let's go.
I have questions for a time when I can hear you. And I'm offended. And Mel walks off.
If you wait 30 more minutes, I can join you. Right now, I will die.
Right,
A very
vampire.
violent
Yeah.
death.
Well,
Can you
Mel's
move
still
pretty
huffy.
quickly?
Yar.
Okay.
And you
Can-
saw me fly away when the
Can
man
you meet
produced
us
his
there
evil
if we get going
flashlight.
because we're kind of horsebound.
Okay, I can catch you.
Yeah, that's as fast as we
If you won't, attack.
You know where
I-
she is. As long as you mean her no harm. I can't guarantee it, but on my side, I'm not gonna hurt you.
I still don't like you, but
I don't like you either, but I'm not gonna kill him.
if you are, whatever. I gotta go find my sister.
I am a whatever.
I turn around. I'm like, leaving.
Okay, bye. No, she can't hear that. She can't see that anymore.
We gotta go. Come on, guys.
Yeah, I was gonna say like Mel wandered off. She can't hear any of you, but she just
I
wants
do
him
like,
to know
the
that she's
shrugging
offended.
shoulders emote. Like,
And Elliot will look at him and tell him, I'm going to call a temporary truce. How long it lasts is up to you.
I have not done anything to you, but I will help with the Sadie.
All right.
saving on the city. Let's go.
Okay.
Being
To the
definitely
horses.
really makes leaving a conversation easy.
It does. It really does.
I can't hear
You just
shit.
turn around and go.
All right.
So you make your way towards
Auto fish.
Auto Fish. Thank you.
Fish.
Auto Fish. And
That's the
I'm gonna refer to it as the slaughterhouse because I have that written in my notes.
Okay.
There you go. That's not a great place to have to rescue a person from.
It
But anyhow,
certainly isn't. Seen this
Uh,
movie.
Yep.
So, the slaughterhouse is a large, drab series of interconnected buildings. The core building looks to be about 3 stories tall, give or take. There's no windows. It's just big old generic siding. And it's surrounded by a maze of kind of 1-story buildings. One of the most distinct features you see is what appears to be a standalone hallway that is separate from everything else and goes over and above the buildings. And I'm sure if this is like every other small town that's ever had any kind of semi-interesting facility nearby, Emery took a tour there when she was in school. She's able to tell you that's the conveyance system. Convey me from one. And you do see that the main gate, so fence around the whole facility. The main gate was broken open long time. There doesn't appear to be any people. There's kind of a weird little guard shack with its own stairway tunnel thing that leads over the road. That's completely vacated. And about the time you get there, because there's a lot of things, you make your way in and you're just kind of looking lost. We'll say the sun has fully set. And Blake, well, a bat comes flying and lands on the ground in front of you. And then Blake is there.
Ah,
I mean, that was
one of these
Creepy
days,
entrance,
I'm gonna
but
have a
he
fucking
made
heart
it,
attack when
so-
people do that.
I wasn't sure if that would be more or less scary than the black smoke that I can.
Yeah, I think we've seen the
I
black
think
smoke.
when Mel originally sees it, she swats at it. Oh, sorry.
He's okay.
Damn. All right. How do
Got
There's-
dropped like yesterday's hotcake. She's a little mad.
He just dropped the charmed condition.
It was
But then you
the
said
I
you're
don't
like,
care.
I'm not interested in you. Mine's too old.
Yeah, kind of.
So, if I were a creepy weirdo that wanted to steal my sister and put her somewhere here, probably my guess would be like the slaughter room.
Or
But
the freezer.
I am.
Oh.
so I point in the direction.
We'll
of
say
that.
that's in the 3-story building. I have not been in Korea, so I do not.
How dumb.
I know
Auto
schools
fish.
actually do.
Auto fish, goddamn.
Schools do tours there, but I was older when we moved to Fort Morgan, so I missed.
Yeah,
it,
you
you know?
Tracks.
I don't think they probably take them to that part.
Fair. Creepy.
And if
Scary.
we get attacked, at least you have somebody taking in. Yeah.
Where? So she's in that building.
Yes, I feel her presence in there.
Where in there?
Feels like an upper floor.
All right.
But you
well,
see there's nothing.
I guess we start from the bottom.
Yes.
It's a good thing my perception checks were always 4. Because being
Yes.
deaf really won't make them any
Oh,
worse.
yeah. You cannot make perception checks with sound.
Sound. Yeah.
You're just calling out her name and then like listening to you or something.
It takes the
Alright.
rest of you too long to realize this is a.
Well, I have
What
another
is she
dumb
doing?
plan. I could use my cape to bamf me and one person into the building, roughly the direction that he thinks that
That
he feels it.
Is a dumb plan because
we
there's
could just
probably
open the
walls and
door.
furniture and
Well, yeah,
stuff.
but it's like getting there quicker.
I don't.
Mel walks
we
up
should
to the door
probably-
and opens it.
We should probably stay together.
Yeah.
Hey,
I'm following Mal in the door.
Perfect. You open the door,
I'm right behind them.
you step on it, and we'll say there's like a little say it leads directly into like locker room type facility. I would assume they would have
That
a
sounds-
changing room for
makes
their
sense, yeah.
grotesque thing. Microphones.
oh no.
Oh no.
It's adrift.
It's going down.
But shortly thereafter, you could see the main floor. And we're going to say you see a lot of like tracks along roughly where the ceiling would be,
Like a chain
with
conveyor
very
belt kind of thing.
obvious gnarly hooks in them, very clearly intended to move the racks of beef around. And from what you could tell, it's just a maze of red curvy boots, occasionally lining up with tables. And they've got everything in there is either ceramic tile or stainless steel, surgical grades, band saws, things of that nature.
Is there anything
And
that was still left from what they were working
it
on when it went down?
Reeks.
You guys
Oh.
ever see the movie Hacksaw or like any of the sequels? This is giving me vibes.
With I can't think, with the Sudoku killer.
yeah, yeah.
Jigsaw.
Shall we play a game?
Oh.
He rides a unicycle, Ed.
I'm blocking this out for my own mental well-being.
Yeah,
We're too
it
busy
reeks to
looking
high
around.
hell in here. There's a lot of flies flying. It is miserable. There are definitely still some racks. They were very clearly in mid-production when everything went to shit.
This place
Oh
is a
my god, that
nightmare.
place would reek so bad.
And most notably, they've got some areas where this goes up the full 3 stories. And there are skylights up top, but it's
Yeah.
so it's pretty fucking.
Thank God I can. The light's actually not too bad. It must be a full moon or something.
And as you say that, because I can't hear you, I'm casting light on my necklace
Oh,
and
thank
immediately.
I feel like
I no longer
everywhere,
have dark
everywhere
vision,
your
shit.
necklace,
Yeah, you have
like,
a dark vision.
It's like, I can't see a
sheds
damn
light,
thing.
They'll just sort of.
The
Smells
amount
like
of
fire.
flies that immediately go for
Definitely.
your necklace.
I've definitely pulled my shirt over my nose. Also.
Fair.
Mel digs out one of the
Not that
peppermint
it helps
handkerchiefs
much,
and
but-
hands it to Emery.
She takes it.
Can I get a run of perception checks from you, please?
Are those
The
both-
2 deafened ones are at disadvantage.
Fair.
12.
Yeah.
Pass it.
Double 9s.
3,
Passive 10.
so passive
24.
9.
24. James, you see movement
Fuck.
at the far end.
Okay.
A fair bit of it.
A fair bit of movement.
Yeah.
Aye, laddie. Well, I've been using the minor illusion to tell people stuff anyway in the silence.
Yeah?
I use the words, it's like, move it that way. And there's just an arrow, just ding,
It's just
ding,
like-
ding.
Little neon arrow.
Yeah.
Ever look at James and then gesture to Olnok. I'll back you up, but I should not be in the
No,
front.
you definitely should not. All right.
I put on your marks.
I
Get
follow
set.
right behind Olnok.
On?
No.
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 Guys, I think we're about to do combat.
Yay, fun.
Just maybe.
Unless
Only
it's
maybe.
Sadie.
Yeah, we can always talk it
Do
through.
you remember? Does anyone remember what time of day we left for the gravel pit?
It was
Morning.
Yeah.
Um,
How
Nine.
No
early?
time. Not.
well, I mean, we got back by around lunchtime, so maybe like 9.
My
That would
mage
be
armor's
about right.
probably down.
Plus, we technically long rested.
Yeah, how 8 hours? 8 hours? You didn't. You wouldn't have engaged it until you started combat.
Yeah.
So that'd be 10
No, the night before we were expecting a vampire to break into the house.
Oh, you cast it before you went to bed?
Well, no, we were keeping watches. So before going to the gravel pit, we went home and fortified the house against the vampire.
Right.
So we spent the night doing watches. So I feel like I would have been on edge, and we knew we were going to the gravel pit. the
So
next
you
morning
cast it
anyway.
right at
I
the
was
start.
gonna
I would
say-
have cast it pretty early.
I remember saying that you cast mage armor before we started the fight because we were all
Right
afraid you were
before the
going to
fight?
blow up when you cast mage armor, and
Okay.
you didn't.
Okay. I will trust you on that.
Something happened.
That was probably close to like 10 or so.
Probably.
I've got
It might. I don't know. I would say it might be still on because it's only maybe 7 at night.
What time would you say it is right now?
It's just after dark. Yeah, mid-May. So,
Mage armor's down. Barely. It would have been like 6:30, but
you're only down 1 spell slot.
I am. I know, it's just the risk of blowing up. That's the annoying part.
Hey, you reset. So you see a fair bit of movement at the other end, and you alert the crew.
Yep.
Now what?
Move deeper in.
Just
Yeah.
out of curiosity, how long has it been since we deafened ourselves?
Not 2
Like
hours.
30 minutes?
Damn.
Hour and a half to go.
So we need you two between us.
I'll be right behind Olmok since I'm the other melee.
I'm right behind you.
Okay,
One
I'll
of the two
take-
range fighters in the back. That makes
Yeah,
sense.
I'll take back.
I'll take back the ball. For the time being. I do have a magic
I'm
sword.
almost fighting you for the place right
So I
behind
could-
Olmok, just because I'm
Maybe.
like,
Squishy.
Don't make
Where's
me use
Blank
elbows,
at?
which you can't hear. So you promptly elbow me, and I gently elbow you back. So it's just the two of us.
We're just kind of bickering. Silent.
God damn
We're
it,
not
you
silent,
knock it
though.
off. What are you doing?
What?
They can't hear me anyway. Shit. What the fuck? Right.
Stop fighting like children.
I can't hear you.
I put that in the quotations.
I'm not
It's like
looking
in
at
front
it.
of me, like
Damn it.
floating. I have like a floating hub of just text now in front of my face. Okay, this is gonna be an interesting conversation.
Like I said, my
Did we
my
really
perception
melee? 'Cause
checks
I
are
have a magic
rubbish
sword.
anyhow. I really couldn't have gotten
Range
worse
is
by
obviously-
not
I've
being
got
able
plus
to.
0.
Kind of fun.
It's-
I have a -1.
Fair.
Yeah.
Indeed.
We
I
were
can- I
already
can
at
get
a
up and-
disadvantage.
We don't know what we're dealing with yet.
Yeah.
So you move further in. Are we trying to be stealthy? Or are we just marching in?
Why even
I
bother?
mean, I'd
I
love to
cast-
be stealthy, but the two deaf
I've-
ones bickering like
personally
5-year-olds.
also got
Attempt to be
light on
stealthy.
I
and
cast a
kind of
light
break
spell.
off.
Let's go
so
ahead and
we
roll
can
initiative
see.
then.
Yeah, there's no stealth.
No.
That's cocked. I'd reroll that. Yeah.
Elliot first.
Probably.
12.
I should have stuck with the first
12?
one.
Really?
12? I rolled a 2.
Damn.
Damn.
Okay.
Well, I'm not ready.
New mouse does not do fine. Jimmy.
Oh, sorry, that's me. 19.
It's one better than last time.
Jimmy.
Mel.
7.
Jesus Christ.
I'm distracted. I'm bickering with Emery.
Fair.
Apparently, I'm distracted as well because I rolled a 6.
Don't forget blah, blah, blah.
That's
Olmok
with,
rolled a 6.
that's with my modifier, yes. They're elbowing each other and bitching at each other. Distracted by the text in front of me. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Emery's mad at the
Everything.
magic and
Mad at
everything.
everything.
Mel's cranky with Blake and annoyed with Emery for once again magicking her against her will.
Two deaf
sorry.
people project their
Twice
anger
in
at
one
each other.
day.
I know, that's twice in one day.
I'm
Like,
so sorry.
why do you hate me?
We just happened to be standing close to each
What
other.
did I
a
ever
lot.
do to you?
Mel got a 7.
Yes.
Emery
12.
and
Oh,
Olmok
wow.
got a 6. Started at the top and now we're here.
Almost every time.
And as Down said, don't forget blah blah blah.
Blah, blah, blah.
I I don't say blah blah blah.
Blah blah Blake.
I'm
Blake.
I'm still trying to figure out where the Transylvanian accent appeared
Yeah, he
between
was not
poetry
Transylvanian
night
the first time.
and
He's not keeping
not
up
in
appearances
disguise.
anymore.
Yeah, he's
That was
flustered. He went back to standard. Kind of like what James
Bella's
does
still
occasionally.
offended. I'm not interested in you. Wow. Okay, fine.
Rude, right? Like
Exactly.
There's a good chance.
You're
that
not in
James
danger,
probably-
and you did not hear that.
You know what? You
Yeah,
know
but
what?
she
Your
read it.
poetry was shit.
Yeah. There's a good chance that James kind of did some poetic editing, a poetic license with the with the words.
We're almost there. Sorry.
Whatever. I don't want to
It's
term
okay.
you. I'm not
Got a
even
couple of
interested.
things in this one.
Yeah, something like that. Like I don't like you.
Good.
All right.
I like
Great.
you as a friend.
So you guys start making your way forward,
It's not me. It's
and
They always say that.
who's in the lead?
Old knock.
I'll knock.
I am in the front.
Olnak, a skeleton, rotting flesh, pretty much gone off of its body.
Awesome. Fighting Spinal from Killer Instinct. It's fantastic.
It's got pretty gnarly meat cleaver.
Yep.
Nice thing about this place, there's weapons. Oh,
Yeah. Meat hooks. It's gonna
If those
be a-
freaking bandsaws turn on, I'm out of here.
and does an 18 plus 4 hit.
Yes, you didn't even need to ask, and you know it.
All right. You're
Even though
not
we've
raging.
driven you to
No.
annoyance, we are not raging yet.
That is a full 6 points of slashing damage to thee.
He's annoyed, but not enraged.
And you'll be relieved to know that he does not.
That's great, because I am in a bad spot.
With 6 hit points still?
I don't know how many more things are going to be able to attack me before I can finally go into a rage.
Fair. James, a skeleton has started attacking Ulnak right in front of you.
Yep. Well, apparently we're already in melee. I guess I'm a go up. Can I stealth behind Ulnak? Can I like bonus action hide and then attempt to stab it with my magic sword?
You are not small enough to hide behind.
Okay.
But there's probably
Seems
a
that
lot
that's
of-
specifically a halfling.
Oh, okay.
Is
I
You
was
are
gonna
not
say
to hide.
there's
That's
probably
Cowl
enough
somewhere?
random things laying around for you to
Or a
hide.
There's
desk.
like tables.
Like a
Are we
saw
near a
table.
Would it
table?
be possible to hide somewhere and then still be able to stab it in melee?
Or
Not
hide
like
and
No.
shoot
I'm
at
gonna
it.
get sneak attack, assuming that I hit because he's in melee with something else anyway.
you're not going to find a way to gain advantage on your stab.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to finagle.
Now, if you want a long distance stab with your bow, that's a different
I want to
conversation.
stab him, but he's way over there.
Anyway, I'm just gonna use the sword of wounded.
Okay.
Yeah. That is a 16 to hit.
Hits.
Sweet. 9 points of magical piercing damage.
All right.
And once per turn, when I hit a creature with an attack using a magic weapon, I can wound the target. And at the start of each of the wounded creature's turns, it takes 1d4 necrotic damage.
Interesting.
Every time I hit.
It looks pretty fucked up. You knock an entire arm off.
Aha!
Um,
I'm disarmed.
but it is still upright.
And we can no longer hear anything because he can't translate while he's
Yeah,
doing
yeah. The closed captions have dropped.
Because that does take an action.
You see Skella, and then he's fighting.
A Skella, huh?
So there's just Skella floating in the air near you.
Yeah, it was a skeleton. Ah!
What's a Skella?
Because I translated the hiya. Fucking hell!
Thought to word us before you did.
I did not like that.
Ah!
You see a zombie, and another zombie,
I love that technically Emery.
and another zombie.
God. we
Bro!
see,
Right? As
we see
as
what Dillon just saw all of us do. You guys go, oh!
as players we react, but as characters we're like,
Can James bonus action disengage, please?
Yes, you
Real
can bonus
big
action
zombie.
disengage
Oh, great. Zombie.
and
zombie.
move away.
Yeah, just to back behind Ulnak.
All right.
Yeah, everybody hide behind me. I should have fucking raged before we moved forward. That was
Where exactly are you moving? How far?
Directly behind Ulnak.
Directly behind him.
I still have my sword out.
Still have your sword out. You have. I'll share the love.
So you are now fighting for space with Belle and Emery.
Yeah. A zombie pops up behind you, coming from the carcass of meat hanging in the air, and it's going to.
They're wearing meat ghillie suits.
Miss.
Haha!
And then, just a freaking truck monster of a zombie emerges, parts a nice couple bit of half
Oh my
cattle
God.
like curtains, and marches up to you, specifically up to Olnak, who is in the lead.
Sweet.
Oh, Mike, you got this, big guy.
Fuck.
And he's a hoss.
Yeah.
Not quite as big as the angelic statue from earlier.
Yeah, but he's a big boy.
Way big.
That's
And
that
he
Resident
misses
Evil
with
shit I
his
was talking
first.
about.
He's just going full on Hulk smash. First one misses.
Okay.
You could say you found your nemesis.
Yeah.
Second one misses.
Nice
You're
one,
able to
Lee.
just. The first one, he swings before he's close enough. Second one, you duck out of the way just before he clocks you.
And he happens to
Here.
also miss you guys that are
We're a
also
lot
right
shorter
next to me.
than you.
Yeah,
Yes.
your head is a lot taller than anyone else's.
Yeah, I just gotta.
You duck, and I felt like the wind pass right in front of me.
Whoosh. Oh,
And so Elliot's in the rearmost,
Yes.
correct? Okay. So they would make it to you. Just so
yeah.
Emery,
Mhm.
Skelly hurt. You gotta deal with it.
another one comes. This one had been kind of crawling underneath some of the conveyance. We'll say they got some of the rolly conveyor belt things too.
Yeah.
This one was crawling out from underneath it, and it slashes at your leg with its of hurting.
I've got hands of hurt.
That's very
too.
similar to my sword of wounding.
Yeah.
And that is a 13 plus 3, 16 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Uh, and that'll do 4, 5, because it was this one, 5 bludgeoning damage to your ankle.
That sounds like a Christmas
Ouch.
special. The 12 undeads of retribution.
Yeah. Right.
Elliot, things are going pear-shaped pretty quickly.
Okay.
That
You can see all of
freaking
it pretty darn
leap
well.
over the
So-
arm at my leg.
Being the first turn in combat, I have a couple of things. I would like to move. I would like to try to get further away and like behind some kind of cover or up on top of something.
Okay.
I don't know if there's anything available to do this.
Cover, yes. The only thing you could get on is one of the rolly belt thingies right now.
Okay.
And it's just the like series of cylindrical wheels.
Okay. I'll just try to. We'll just hit cover.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to get behind a rack of rotten.
Okay, sounds good. And then while I'm doing that, I'm going to use a bonus action to cast Hunter's Mark on the really big zombie,
Makes sense?
and then I'm going to make 2 shots at him.
2, not 3? But you got 3 on your first turn.
Is that the one? Like only if he's the first.
Oh
attack?
no, you're correct. 3.
Okay.
And on all 3 of these, I'm going to sharpshooter.
Okay.
All 3 of them.
It's like hitting the broadside of a barn.
I'm hoping. First shot. 12 to hit.
Hits.
Nice.
Okay. 8 plus 15, 23 on the first
Oof.
shot.
Nice.
And this counts as magic and all
Yes,
that
with
things, right?
Hunter's Mark.
There we go. That's the right spell.
Okay, second shot. Still sharpshooting. Oh yeah, that one's way more. 8 plus 15. Another 23.
Weird. Okay.
Third shot, still sharpshooting. 8, 9, 10, 11
To hit?
to hit.
Just hits.
Okay, that'll be 6 plus 15, 21
21.
sharpshooter.
All right.
Hey, you did me a favor. That was awesome. Thanks.
It's never looked particularly good.
It looks worse than it did when it started.
Emery Elliott put a hurt on the real big guy.
Yeah.
There is an abundance of other monsters.
Yeah, I immediately got distracted by something swiping at my legs.
That makes sense.
So I look away from the big guy and I'm going to try and move. Is there somewhere I can move that it keeps me in melee range of this thing, but puts my teammates out of melee range of me?
Sure.
'Kay.
Yes, we'll say you hop one of the cylinder track things. So you're on the other side of the cylinder track.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna cast well, first I'm going to no. I'm going to cast a sword burst. Everything within 5 feet of me needs to make a dex save,
Okay.
which is right. Just this.
Just pause.
It's a 14.
Yeah, that's a 7.
It's going to take 6 force damage as a circle of blades. Like Emery just like flings her arm out, and like this sweep of blades follows the motion of her hand and just spins in a circle around her, just flashes and slices at everything in 5 feet of her.
That's so thematic that when her vacuum factory and there's a bunch of blades just go flying by.
Yeah,
What is your save DC?
14,
14? Okay. That was how much damage? Sorry.
6.
Unbeknownst to you, is there anything else you want to do?
Yeah, I'm going to use my bonus action and cast Dragon's Breath on myself.
Dope.
Or, you know, she feels like burning shit right now. She's gonna go for fire.
That tracks.
Traditional.
So unbeknownst to you, when you hopped over, there was another zombie that you managed to hit. And now it doesn't understand anything. It's a zombie, which I feel works.
Yeah.
But it is going to try to 16 plus 3 to hit. I assume hits.
Yes.
And it just baps you upside the head. 4.
It's tough because I didn't even hear it stand up from behind me.
Yeah,
No, you heard nothing.
7 points of damage.
Ouch.
Ow!
Okay.
You do not have a lot of hits.
No.
No, she's squishy.
No, I don't.
Guess I didn't hide like for days.
Yeah.
You know he's here.
Heart,
Yeah, the heart means he's friendly.
He's an ally.
He's an ally.
He's on our side.
For now.
He,
Yeah, for now.
for any of you, if any of you are watching, his face suddenly goes from pretty soft, I mean, he's trying to pull the emo look,
Yeah.
right? Which the emo look's not exactly a hard mask look. His features all of a sudden become very sharp, very almost feline.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm feeling it.
You see his fangs extend down, gnarly long fangs, bigger than you would expect could fit his mouth. His chin almost extends out to accommodate. And you see his hands, his nails go from well manicured, just
Real long.
gnarly claws, black and dark. If you've seen the new Dracula TV show, very much that. Just gnarly. You can tell these are more talon, less fingernail.
Mhm.
Now that's the skin of a killer.
And he, very importantly, does not fart.
Well, we're not in the sunlight, so of course he wouldn't.
See, when he said that he would die in the sun, he would die of embarrassment.
Fair.
And he hauls ass forward. He is wicked fast.
Yeah.
Bypasses all of you guys going straight into the pit that you guys can't see, but you hear some gnarly, slashy, terry,
Just
biting
carnage,
sounds.
yeah.
Those of you with dark vision realize he went off after a not quite as big zombie. Those of you who are deaf and don't have dark vision,
Are
the vampire disappeared.
blissfully ignorant of all of
I'm
this.
distracted.
And he fucking crits on his first
Nice.
attack.
And I have no idea where he went because I no longer have dark vision. Can't see him.
Yeah,
Well,
he's
now
So
you
it's
know
just
it
the three of
worked.
us going, what the fuck just happened?
I was gonna say, now you know it worked.
yeah.
James is
Yeah.
like, I remember those. We fought those before.
where is the
Yeah, but there's so much more to do.
fuck? He's got a. That's a 20.
Oh.
Wow.
I am gonna say that's
I'm sort of afraid that necrotic damage would have a
Like a
positive
healing
Well, we're
effect?
gonna find out with
Yeah.
that necrotic on the skeleton, aren't we?
Yeah, I was a little worried about that.
However, this second part of that sword's pretty cool too. We'll get to that when it gets to the skeleton's turn.
And those of you who can see, he just freaking starts tearing into this beast. Now the big boy can take it. It doesn't just immediately fall apart, but he is doing some serious work.
He's being slashed to ribbons.
And understandably, the ogre zombie's going to try to hit him back
Yeah.
because this little just started. That's weird. And you see, those of you who can see him grab. He's got a spinal column in his hand with enough connective tissue that it's holding together,
Oh my god.
with a skull on the end that it just swings around, tries to nail Blake.
What kind of skull?
Cow.
That was a big spinal column.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, it is.
It's a big son.
That's
like to
why
think
I
that
asked.
ogre
I
zombie's
was
like,
trying
hey,
to get
you
an
don't
idea
bite
of
me,
size.
I bite you.
And he nails Blake right in the face.
Oh, right in the moneymaker.
Ooh, I hit myself. Ha ha ha.
Why are you hitting yourself?
Okay. I'm winning against me.
You're also losing.
Now, this is an internal conflict. Even has his own theme music.
And then Olnak, you're a beefy boy. Another skeleton
There's
Like-
another one?
you definitely thought was part of cow isn't part of a cow.
Are we
Okay.
fighting zombie cows now?
No, because it's not a part of a cow.
Full on mad cow disease out here.
This is a nightmare I had as a child.
Oh, we
And
just ate steak too.
it's a 14 hit.
Quite possibly never
14?
again.
Yeah, there's a 14 hit.
I think that is your armor class, isn't it?
If it meets, it beats.
It does.
Bummer, dude.
Yeah.
And this one's just got a broken chunk open that it's using as a weapon.
Hurry up, get it over with. What do you do?
Damage.
Yeah, how much?
An amount,
Well,
sir.
fucking-
6.
Another 6? God damn it.
You just got stabbed in the thigh with a bone.
Really needing to rage here pretty quick. Can you guys quit fucking hitting me? God damn it.
We're almost to the bottom of the
You
round.
got stabbed in the
Patient.
I'm
femur.
almost there.
Yeah,
I
you
haven't
just
rolled
gotta
better than
roll
like a
better,
4.
man.
You got stabbed in the femur with a femur.
Mel!
Ow!
Okay, so Mel's.
Hey, you applied that. I'm
since she
sorry,
was
you
right
applied that
next
damage to the skeleton, not me.
Oh, you, sir.
Since Mel was right next to Emery, I believe the closest zombie would be the one that was crawling around on the floor
Yes.
that attacked Emery. So Mel's unarmed strike is going to be commercial kick, I think. at this point.
That makes sense.
Yes, so she's going to kick it.
All right. Roll to attack.
And she's going to kick it.
Go for the soccer kick.
One of them misses.
Are you sure? What did you roll?
A 2.
Plus?
6 for an 8.
Yeah, it hits.
That
Wow.
hits. Oh, okay.
That's their AC. They are not.
Okay, cool.
They're slow.
So that's going to.
And you have advantage on the attack because it's prone.
Oh. So 6 points of damage on the first one.
Okay.
I can assure you that all of the others hit. I rolled a 14 and a 16.
You should roll them again and see if you crit.
Yeah, see if you
Yeah, advantage.
Yeah, you have advantage.
Oh, I do. I crit on one of them.
Nice.
Okay, so it's different D6. So on the one that does not crit, that's going to be 7 points of damage.
Okay, so total of 13 so far.
Yep. And then the one that wow. And then on the one that does crit, I roll a 5.
Describe it.
I have 5.
Still got him.
Mel like goes into a full like double spin something super fancy karate kick. Manages to land several on it, and on the last one, its head goes rolling off into the darkness.
Nice. Nice. Olnak,
So I'm gonna rage.
your turn.
No?
Yeah, no.
Why not? Where the fuck did you come from, you dirty bitch? All right.
Well, there's the rage.
But wait, there's more.
Wait, there's more. She killed one, and there's still another one.
Something.
If you act now, that's 5%.
Oh yeah, you can't. 13 plus
Oh.
3 to hit. So another zombie comes at you. This one is unarmed, so it just hits you with its arm for a good old.
Yep.
Terrible form, I'll say.
Yeah, it's a zombie. I can't imagine it has amazing core strength.
And this will make you feel better. It
Roll it.
is 2 damage. It rolled poorly. It was terrible.
Can I rage now?
You can rage.
So I'm gonna do that.
That'd be
Because I'm pissed off, I'm gonna double attack the big guy that's in front of me because I'm fucked. I'm just mad, and it's the biggest target in front of me, and I have to try to kill it.
Makes sense.
I recommend using the hammer. I don't know why I said
Yeah.
that. Like I was.
Well, I'm
Swedish.
using the hammer. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Boy, Lottie.
So
How are we gonna beat the shit out of zombies?
okay,
I like the way those giant dice clack.
Yeah.
that is 14 plus 9 for both of them.
Yeah, those hit. Just give me your total. You're hitting with your hammer, you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
25? No. Yes.
Did you
11,
add your
15?
modifier twice? Because it was 2 attacks.
Oh, I didn't do my modifiers. Okay, so I rolled 2d8s. So 11 plus. Fuck, where'd it go?
15,
6.
26 plus your modifier twice. 26 plus 10. 36.
Go ahead and describe that.
Nice.
Do I get a hit at both times?
Yeah, it takes both hits.
But it dies.
Yes.
So they're going to do horrific damage because that's what I do.
Yeah.
So I can't throw it because it's right in front of me, right?
I debated throwing 2. What?
I can't throw it.
Yeah, it's
in
right
front of me. It's
there,
melee.
yeah.
Melee. So I'm gonna hit it in the right side of its face, and its jaw's gonna definitely dislocate because it's a meaty, just a husk of meat, but it's also very large. And then I'm gonna hit it on the other side of its face, and then its head's gonna fly off in that direction somewhere.
4.
And I'm gonna go,
Nice.
fuck you! And then it's gonna fall over.
And it's deteriorated to a point where a good chunk of the spine goes with it. Just
Oh,
rips
God.
itself out of the flesh.
It's like a long, slinky, just
Like
Bordering on a
height.
Mortal Kombat fatality.
yeah.
Finish it.
Yeah, I did the X move and then fatality right after it.
Yeah, yeah.
Broke its jaw, and then its head just goes,
Oh, good, another one.
yay! Awesome.
This one comes up on Blake. He's got his back turned, fighting the shit out of the other big guy.
And I can't see him, so I can't even encourage him. I can't do shit.
Do we still have light on your necklace?
Yeah.
How far away is he from the light? Like, do we have dim light over there, or is it just
Yes.
pitch
It's not concentrated.
Yeah, we'll say it's over there, so you could just see him.
black? So we can see movement.
Yeah.
See, like shadow and
Yeah.
stuff.
Blurry movement.
And Big Boy also decided that spinal columns with skulls attached to them are the weapon of choice. But he misses.
He's just got a skull whip.
Some might call it a morning star
Oh yeah,
of some flavor.
It's a
or
boning
a
star.
flail,
Yeah.
a boning flail.
So you stayed put.
Yes.
You moved over.
Yes.
You stayed put.
Well, you went behind cover.
Oh,
you,
no, I'm
you're
behind cover.
covered, but
I
you
didn't.
didn't move. You haven't moved. You
I'm
have
directly behind Oldnock.
right. So
Because there's still a skeleton in front of us too.
coming up on Emery
Yeah.
is
Oh my god.
another zombie.
This is
Okay.
a long list.
It is. You guys are whittling it pretty quick.
Yay.
True. That's a 10 to hit, I assume, misses.
It does.
And then
Oh.
crawling itself out of the, we'll say,
This
You
is
guys
fucking Call of
just
Duty zombies are
entered.
coming from everywhere.
Yeah,
this
horrifying.
one's pulling itself out of the
Left
actual fence.
Without.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, they're in the fence. They're in the
So
goddamn
it's
walls.
at head level, and
Okay.
it just makes a couple swipes at you.
Okay.
That's kind of sus.
And that is a 13 to hit you.
That is my armor class.
That hits just.
It got a -1 on its initiative.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Well, it
it's-
is in the ceiling vents.
And that is 6 head smacking.
Okay.
And with that, we're back to the top.
Hey, skeleton
Jesus.
takes a D4 of necrotic damage and it can't heal.
Go ahead and roll that.
1.
Yay!
Okay.
The fun part that I forgot about is that hit points lost to this weapon's damage cannot be can be regened only through a short or long rest.
Okay.
So it cannot regenerate using basic regeneration, magic, or any other means.
Nice.
This might surprise you. The skeleton does not try to cast a healing spell.
Okay, cool.
But you do see one rib fall off.
Yes.
Just plunk.
It's slightly confused, you can tell. He's like, what the
Yeah.
fuck?
It panics because it can't breathe, and then it remembers it doesn't.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
so briefly it was just like stationary, like
And it's gonna go for Ulnok.
Hey, you're raging.
I'm
Yeah.
raging. I'm good now.
Now you're only gonna
Ish.
take 3 damage.
That is a 15 plus 4, 19 to hit
That's gonna do it.
for an amount of damage equaling 8 points, halved to 4.
Still a pretty good hit.
Yeah.
I'm okay. I'm not gonna freak out.
It's a
Yeah,
gnarly.
you currently are.
You still have more hit points than I do naturally.
Yeah.
James,
Hey, James is doing a thing.
there's
Hey,
a
it's a
plethora of options.
I turned
available to you.
Italian.
And then I'm on the James
I'm in
O'Brien.
panic mode. There's a lot of shit. There's the skeleton in front of Olnak that.
Yar.
Was there a zombie in melee with me as well? I think because one of
Yes.
them swiped at me. I think zombie 5.
I
Actually.
believe it was 5.
I'm a stab at 5.
I'll
Okay,
handle
that makes
Skelly.
sense.
Okay.
Wasn't zombie 3 the one that I killed?
Yes. Is it back?
It shows up as hurt.
Sometimes they come back. I don't.
That the
Well, they're
head
zombies.
is
They're
We've
good
been
at
asking
that.
ourselves
across
that
the
for a
room
while of
from
why we're
the
fighting
body.
zombies.
This one did not come back. Okay, it's coming.
Every now and again, the program's like, no, it didn't die. Suck
and
it.
I beg your pardon.
That's a 25 magical stabby damage.
Yeah. Is that damage?
No, sorry, to hit. My bad.
Gotcha. It's like, fuck me. Yes, that hits. No, you do not have sneak attack. It's only a melee with you.
Yeah. 5 points of piercing damage.
That makes more sense. It takes it.
Sweet.
And now, it doesn't like.
Oh, can I bonus action disengage? Sorry.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, bonus action disengage away from the zombie to the left side of Olnak.
Okay. Into melee with the skeleton.
It's fine. Skeletons went.
Yeah, the skeleton's already passed.
The zombie is going to pursue you.
Yeah.
All 5 feet.
Do I get an opportunity attack because it's close
It-
to me?
Doesn't leave melee. It enters melee with you, but it does not leave melee.
Got it.
So
Okay.
no. And that's a 17 plus.
Learning. All right.
Yeah, that hits.
You are. That was a good question. And it does an amount of damage equaling what?
Oh, actually, I forgot. I hit with that, so I get to do some necrotic damage because of the sword.
Okay.
3 points of necrotic damage.
It takes that as well.
Take that, you bitch.
Make a whole lot of sense. Takes it. And it does 3 damage to you, sir.
Oh, wow. We're trading blows.
Elliot, there are an abundance of options available.
Can I see hurt ogre zombie number 1 from where I'm at?
Yes.
All right, I'm going to move my bonus action to move my hunter's mark to them.
Okay.
And then I'm going to fire 2 sharpshooter shots at them.
Go for it.
Go.
And don't assume you miss.
I won't. Not even a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, no, they're both quite good. First one. 26 on the
To hit?
damages.
Oh, damage.
On the first
Damn.
attack.
Okay.
6 and 6 and 15 is another 21 damages on the second one.
So that's 47 damage total to
Sharpshooter's nasty.
injured ogre zombie. He does not look good,
What do
but
you
he's
get?
still holding on.
Okay.
Emery.
Great.
Wall is attacking you via zombie.
Yeah. So my last turn, I did the sword
Yes.
sweep around me, and then I cast the dragon's breath. So I'm just gonna basically like turn around and try to catch these 2 that attacked me from behind
Gonna cook 'em.
in the dragon's breath.
Sure. We'll see.
So there was,
Set the meat plant on
if
fire?
I'm remembering correctly, I think it was zombie 2
No,
and
it'll
zombie
be an
4.
Perfect.
That
And
attacks
they
me.
make dex saves or you make attack rolls.
They
You know what's
make
worse than
dex
rotting flesh? It's
saves.
burning rotting flesh.
First one
14
I
fails.
mean, it'll be worse, but it'll get better.
It'll better.
12,
Sounds
I assume,
like-
fails.
fails.
Okay.
They are
Just
both going to
fire.
take 14 fire damage. It's a 15-foot cone, so I'm that kind of.
You kill zombie 2. Describe
Nice.
that.
I mean, it just immolates. It burns up and just leaves like a charred husk
Poof.
on the ground.
Nice.
Zombie 2 just reappeared.
Yes, it did. How does that happen?
It disappeared and then reappeared.
The zombies
So,
keep coming back.
I am not crazy, though. He came back. I got rid of him, and he came
Okay, now he's gone.
again. He came back with 2 health, too.
Yeah.
They keep coming back like daisies.
And then zombie 4
Did take the
it just
damage.
says bloody.
Not good enough. All right. Blake is going to try to polish off Ogre Zombie, the original.
OG zombie.
And he whiffs the first attack.
Damn it, Blake.
The second one does hit. He feels a little embarrassed.
He spent too much time as emo dude.
Been a long time since he has
They're not known for their fighting.
sharpened
skills.
his fangs.
Emo dudes.
It's true.
He tries to attack the first time. He fails, so he does the emo hair flip to get it out of his eyes and bites much
Still got
better.
the hairstyle going on.
And does some damage.
Because tonight will be the night that
They'll
I will
fall
kill
for
for you.
Over again. Fucking ogre zombie retaliates with gusto
My God, they're having a band battle down there.
with his Morning Star O dead cow.
I'm sure it's still copyrighted, but you could totally put that in the background every time Blake throws a punch.
A very brief
It's a
snippet.
fucking
of,
13 damage to Blake.
To this fight.
Just the chorus of the 3 of you singing that, I think.
Skeleton 2 was attacking some of
I couldn't remember who Skeleton 2 was attacking.
I don't remember either. I kind of lost
Who
track.
else got hit?
I'm gonna assume it was
I think
because
it was-
my focus most of it on.
One of the zombies, one of the other zombie 6 was attacking Olnak.
I do remember that he missed.
I know Zombie 1 attacked. Skeleton
I know, he
2
got
might
it.
have gone free. Failed.
Oh,
I think something failed.
remember noticing.
So
I
we're gonna
couldn't
say
hear
that's what
it.
happened. Skeleton 2 is coming from with his own cleaver and fucking whiffs it. That's terrible.
Mel doesn't
Surprising.
hear it, but she senses the feeling of movement behind her.
Yeah, this time you feel the air because he tries to attack you with his blade flat and just fans you gently. And it's your turn.
And she whiffs around. If you cut my hair.
Mel's gonna go Super Saiyan.
And she does her 3 unarmed attacks.
5 seasons later.
Next time on D&D.
30, 20 on one.
Yeah, it hits.
For 8 points.
Okay.
5 on the other.
That hits harder.
For 6 points of damage.
To 13.
13.
Hits.
For another 6 points of damage.
So 19 damage total. You fuck him up. He has no ribs left.
He's like,
He's pelvis, long spinal column to shoulder blades.
Luckily,
Very
it's
weird.
animated by magic and not muscles.
Yeah.
Mel is just grabbing and ripping off ribs as she's like, "Don't
Pretty
touch
much.
my hair."
Yeah. Zombie 1. Do you want to move or anything else?
No, I'm good.
Zombie 1 is going to re-attack at Olmok
damn you.
and miss.
Yay.
Olmok, it's your turn.
Oh, it's my turn?
Actually, your turn.
We've whittled the list down pretty quickly.
Yeah, we
You've
have.
got-
Because I was
believe
like,
you've
God, I got like fucking 20 minutes before I get attacked again.
zombie 1, skeleton 1.
I have to
and
throw a lot of them for you to even kind of be a threat.
Zombie 6
Okay.
are in melee with you.
There's so many.
Yeah, it takes a lot of them. It's even mildly dangerous.
What's the closest one to me? I'm thinking skeleton 1, yeah?
You've got
Sure.
skeleton
The zombie
1
one's right in front of you. He just tried to hit you and failed.
Okay.
and 2 zombies.
Also, sorry, I completely forgot. Every time they take necrotic damage, they can do a con save to try breaking out.
Okay. None of them have survived it so far. Well, I guess skeleton 1.
It's
You
the
can
only
make
one
a
that's been
con
hit by it.
Skeleton 1 and zombie 5 I hit.
Con?
Oh yeah, it's a con save.
15?
15.
Okay, so he
That's
skeleton 1 will not lose any more ribs to you.
Yeah.
The other guy just got hit his first lap.
And zombie 1 just took a swipe at me and he's healthy and I don't like that, so we're going to double
Fair.
attack his ass.
Okay, give them to me one at a time.
Give it to me one at a time. Well, I can't
Bye,
remember.
bye, bye.
Yeah, we got it.
So
Brr, brr, brr.
3 plus 9,
12?
2 plus 9.
11.
11 to hit the zombie?
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Oh,
give it
fuck
to me one
yeah.
at a time.
I
Yep.
really didn't think it was going to work.
These, you'll be surprised, are not particularly dexy.
That is max
Please.
damage, 2 8s.
Nice.
16 damage on the
Plus
first, plus
5,
Fucking
21.
8.
Plus 8?
plus 8. Okay, describe how you one-shot a fucking zombie.
What? Fucking with my hammer?
Yeah.
You just bring the hammer down.
Yeah, he's right in front of me, so I'm just gonna. I was too big. I was in like my baseball swing still because I was kind of admiring when I hit him. So I was just like, I'm like, oh yeah, and then I'm gonna turn and like just swing down on his head like I was gonna bop him
Nice.
like a whack-a-mole. Bonk!
You just
And
compress
it just
him into the
buries
floor.
his head like in his own chest, and I'm kind of like, what the hell?
He collapsed like a fucking accordion.
And as you do it, it forces the back of his head to break from the neck, and all the stuff that was in his head sprays out the mouth in his hole.
Could
and
you
then
kill something without making a mess just once?
If you think about it, the hammer's probably still going down, so you open him up like a fucking zipper.
Yeah, yeah.
He is fighting with a hammer.
That was unintentional.
Zombie 6, I believe, was also in.
Yes.
Okay, so he gets my next one, I guess.
Second attack.
That still counts, right? Like I told you,
Yeah.
the 2 of them.
Yep.
Right? So
I thought you already did 2 of those.
Well,
Well,
he
that was
told
my
me
first-
both of them. The first one shots. The
Yeah.
second-
Oh.
They have the same AC.
What a surprise.
Wild. This one has got a 19. You have one zombie coming at you in full
He's
plate.
wearing cow armor.
But he's only got 3 feet of movement
high.
turn.
We're in high.
14.
Damage?
Someone snuck
Yeah.
up on us.
Okay.
They're all wearing highs.
6 plus 8, right? That's 14.
Yes. That one takes it. Ogre Zombie, the sequel, is in combat with
Because I'm still
Blockade.
kind of mildly about to throw up when I hit him. I'm like,
Fair. And it. Damn. Sorry.
damn.
We're gonna have to rescue a
A
vampire.
fucking vampire? Like, hell, well.
I don't.
He's still looking okay, but these
I just wouldn't
things
exactly
are
do
fucking
CPR
him.
to a vampire.
That's a fair point.
Carefully.
Yeah,
Maybe when he goes like punches, the teeth retract.
hopefully.
Yeah, I don't know.
Uh,
I ain't doing it.
Blah, blah, blah.
Honestly, the kissy bit isn't even a thing anymore.
Do
You just
healing
accept
spells
impressions.
work on vampires?
I don't know.
I don't know. Do you have to do necrotic damage to heal them?
Clear lightning bolt.
Zombie 6 is going to re-engage in combat with Onak
Oh, congratulations.
and miss.
Yay!
And I want to say I said Zombie 4 was coming for
Me,
you out of the
vents.
wall.
Mhm.
Whee! And misses
Good.
with a 2+ nowhere near enough.
That's what we
Skeleton 1 is in combat with Olnock
Me
James,
again. Yeah.
but he's a one-track, no-minded guy. And he's going to focus in still.
Yeah, he's a one-trick bony.
Nat 20
Damn.
That's a crit. What do you got?
is going to be
I have a feeling this one might hurt a little bit.
Hey, you're still
Half
taking.
I know.
half-
I'm still gonna half it, but it still might suck.
6 plus 2 is 8, half to 4 again.
Well, that's not terrible. I honestly expected more because it's a crit.
He didn't roll great. James,
Yeah. I'm a
Skeleton
Zombie
1
5.
survived.
I'm a stab zombie 5 now that he's in melee with something other than me,
Okay.
which is the whole reason I moved over to here.
You're just gonna
Skeleton
ignore
one gets to
skeleton.
roll a con save.
He passed
Yeah,
it.
he's saved last time.
Oh, that's right.
Zombie 5 will have to.
I was paying attention.
We'll see. Thank you, though.
That is a 19.
Yep.
For 14 points of piercing magical damage.
That is exactly the HP he has left. Tell me what you do to him.
I probably just like shish kebab his head via his chin, like underneath, just like straight through the dome.
Perfect. Yeah, that's
Yeah, and then I just kick off.
yeah. Oh,
to
nice.
get the blade back out.
Dead rising, just his head goes forward.
Elliot, the options before you are dwindling. Ogre Zombie 1, who you attacked last time, is looking right on the verge.
He's the guy I'm going to continue my attacks upon. Sharpshooter on both of them.
Give him one at a time.
15 to hit
Hits.
for 17.
Describe.
Nice.
That's the one that Blake's fighting, right?
It's one of. He's fighting both the OGs.
Okay. As the zombie turns to, the ogre zombie turns to make a bite at Blake, when it lifts his head up is right when the arrow comes right behind and buries into its skull, and it just falls over.
Nice.
Then I'm going to use a bonus action to move the hunter's mark over to. You said he's fighting both of the ogres.
Yes, and the other ogre zombie is
number 2.
unscathed.
Okay, I've moved my hunter's mark over to him. I already
Perfect.
rolled the attack.
By the way, that still only counts as one.
I didn't say it counted. What is your problem? Leave me alone. I'm busy.
I'm doing stuff.
17 to hit.
It's
9 plus 24
Yeah.
on that one.
nice.
And
Nice.
He is current. He's my hunter's mark.
Nope.
What the fuck?
A
Zombie
bunch of-
5 came back.
So did
So
Ogre
did
Zombie
OGs.
1.
Yeah.
No, it says
Oh, geez, he
unconscious.
Just mark him as. Yeah.
Go the fuck away.
That's how we
Thank you.
feel.
Stop healing. That's cheating.
Emery, the wall is still trying to attack.
Yeah, I am going to do Dragon's Breath again
Okay.
on it. It needs to make another dex save.
I should have probably done this last time. It's going to save at disadvantage due to the being in an air vent. So that is going to fail. That's a 7 minus 2.
Okay, it takes 12 fire damage.
Go ahead and describe.
Did a bunch of dragons fire just go through the vent system of this building?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Whoosh.
Yeah. Alright, maybe
I
if
think-
I actually kill it.
Because it's at like head level, it's been attacking me at head level, and I'm doing Dragon's Breath that comes from my mouth. It's like straight at it. It barely even like touches anything else in the room. It does go just straight into the vent and
Nice.
just basically turns it into ash.
The whole room smells like roasting zombie.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
Which is
yum.
a mild improvement.
Honestly, yeah, I think that's an improvement over. the
Definitely not
stench.
incense, and I'm gonna buy them.
Well, no, I wasn't
It's not a
saying we
preferred
marketed it.
smell.
Ode to burning zombie.
And I am going to turn around and I'm going to use 2 key points to use a bonus action to cast a spell.
I hope you mean sorcery points.
Yes, that would make more sense.
Sorcery points. Did I say key points?
You did.
Whoops.
I'm like, stop stealing my key points.
Mel feels
You can have
suddenly
some
weaker.
sorcery points. Trade.
Somehow Mel explodes.
So you're quickening a spell?
Yeah, I'm gonna Chaos Bolt Skeleton 2.
Okay.
So let me just roll that really quick. I hit it. What's I got 10. What's
You
the
only got a
throw?
10?
Yeah.
On the skeleton, you miss. I have a 13.
Damn.
If it had been a zombie, you would have fucked.
I almost went for a zombie too, so that's a bummer. Well, in that case, just a blast of like energy whips past Mel's head.
Ah!
The
And
pause made it so much
Also
funnier.
past the skeleton's head.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's my turn.
Blake.
Continues to be hurt.
Come on, Balake. Do better.
Get the hair out of your eyes.
Loading his stats. Slowly.
Goes the knife.
Yeah, that hits. 9 plus 9 to hit. OG2. Does.
Fighting zombie.
I was gonna shoot. I can't see.
That should
Yeah,
be his
you've
thing.
got
He's got to
his
sing emo
dim
songs while
light.
he's fighting.
That's his power.
Fucking barely. And he attacks again. And hits again.
Oh yeah.
And does damage again.
Yay.
Slightly this time. So he is just fighting. He is fighting barehanded. Just using his claws to just dig in and rip chunks out of this beefy zombie boy. Shredding it slowly. But it is just able to just withstand a surprising amount of punishment. Skeleton 2 was in melee, I think I said with Mel.
You put some heavy damage on Elliot there.
Did I?
Oh, God.
Yeah, you did.
Minus a lot. 24 points.
I was starting to say, like, Elliot's unscathed, and he ain't been hit yet.
Yeah, that
That's
should have
what
gone
I
on what OGZ2.
Yeah, OZ2.
Misses. Yeah, I gave him damage. Skeleton 2 tries to attack Mel and misses. Mel, it's your turn.
I'll attack skeleton too.
Makes sense. Give them to me one at a time.
All right. 25 to hit.
Hits. Describe it.
I was gonna say 8 points of damage.
Double.
Mel punches its head clean off.
Sweet.
It also goes rolling out under one of the layers. So with her, I don't know where she is in relation to anything else.
You're near-ish, pretty close to the Olmok James duo.
Okay.
Near-ish to Elliot, but he's not engaged with anybody.
Oh.
You could, in all reality, make it to Blake and the OG zombies.
Yeah, I'll go do that.
Okay.
Zombie 4 was
I think that was
four-
6.
Zombie 4 was the one in the vent.
Oh, he was in the vent. All right, yep, he's dead.
Oh, yeah, he gone.
Zombie 6 was attacking Olnok.
I might.
I think I killed him.
No, yeah.
This is getting to the point where it's kind of a given. You're gonna
Okay, well, I will go down and attack zombie 2.
ogre zombie 2. Okay.
Ogre OZ2.
Probably gonna hit.
One of them was a 18.
Hits.
Ooh, max damage. 9 points of damage.
Magical handcuffs.
And
Fisticuffs damage.
I'm going from behind. I'm just punching at the kidneys.
You clicked something and Zombie 2 came back to life.
Machine gun punch!
And then the other one's a dirty 20.
That will hit
for 5 points of
So a total of 14 damage to him. Correct?
Yes,
Between
9
the
and
two
yes,
4.
attacks.
yes.
Or, yeah. 9 and 4. 9 and 5.
9 and
Yeah,
5.
sorry. That's right.
'Kay.
That's right. That's right.
He's still up. He's still doing okay.
There's a lot of really loud hi-yahing that Mel doesn't realize just how loud she is. Oh, she's
That's true.
okay.
She's full on key streams. Yeah.
Yeah.
Zombie 1 does not attack Olnak successfully. Olnak.
Which one's closest?
Zombie 1 and Skeleton 1 are equidistant.
Let's go for the kill on Zombie 1 first.
Mess him up.
17 plus 9.
Hits. And then some. 28 to hit.
26.
It's only 20 more than its AC.
11 plus 8, 19.
Okay, describe.
I know not to hit them on the top of the head. They're too fragile for that. And that almost made me fucking lose my shit. So I'm going to try to just like swing at the chest and hope for the best.
Perfect.
Because it's too close for me to throw it. Otherwise, I would throw it and let all that nastiness happen further away from me.
So it's really gross because you are used to the center of mass being firm.
Yeah,
This
it's
dude's
not.
decomposed to an extent that your hammer cuts through his rib cage, effectively having him
And my arm goes with it. Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm like,
right
ow,
through the viscera.
God damn it.
You have another attack. Skeleton 1 is in melee.
9 plus 9, 8.
It's and just go ahead and describe this. It's got 3 points of
Well, that's good because I hit 7. Plus 8. Anyway, skeleton. What do
You-
I do to a skeleton? I gotta aim for the head because I don't know where else to aim. Doesn't this not like? No, this one doesn't lose all its ribs. But yeah, I'm
it
gonna
lost
hit
a rib.
it. A rib.
Yeah.
But like, I don't want to miss.
James
So-
assist.
Aim for the ribs.
Yeah.
Perfect. And it just like cartoon falls apart.
It's like,
Skeleton 2 has reappeared again.
Yeah, but he's unconscious. He's-
This is
the
head
computer at
statue.
least acknowledged he's dead.
this is a weird one.
I don't know why they're all
Yeah, fun
resuscitating.
stuff.
Ogre Zombie 2 sees a very fast-moving young blonde move in its vicinity. And it grabs
The
its
movement.
skeleton skull spine Morningstar, does 2 laps overhead, and tries to bring it down upon you with a fucking nat 20. Oof.
Oh
It's gonna
no.
hurt.
I
Ouch.
am going to use Tides of Chaos. No.
I was gonna say I haven't
What's the other
taken
one?
any hit.
I know.
It's fine. This is fine. Everything's fine.
You haven't taken any damage yet?
I
Some-
haven't.
She,
No.
she was full
can't
health.
Some
Tides of
damage
Chaos.
went to her that was supposed to go to
Oh
something else.
wait, no. I think no. The skeleton kept missing. I haven't taken any
Yeah.
damage.
She didn't get hit.
Yeah, that's what I showed too.
Tides of Chaos doesn't let me. make
That's
you
the same
reroll.
I have
feel
to
like
say,
it used
obviously.
To, but
Zombie 1's dead.
He's back.
It's fine. He's unconscious.
No, he's alive. He says hurt.
all right,
It's cool. Just
it's fine. We
ignore
know
it.
he's dead.
Okay,
Got
he's
him.
gone now.
I can't make you reroll that.
Okay.
I feel like I used to be able to with the Tides of Chaos, but it doesn't say it anymore, so I'm just gonna investigate.
So
that
that's unfortunately 40 skull, cow skull damage.
I mean, it is a cow skull.
Oh yeah,
This
that's
could be-
beefy.
This could be bad. 48 can be a lot.
19 cow skull damage to Mel.
Ouch.
I hurt, but you're okay.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Thankfully, he only gets to do that once a turn. Played correctly. James,
Yeah.
Mel just got cow skulled.
Man, that's a sentence I never want to hear again. I'm gonna run into melee like a maniac with a sword.
'Kay.
And I'm going to attempt to stab OZ2.
That makes sense.
Definitely not stabbing Mel.
That'd be weird.
I'd rather you do.
That is a 7 or 8 to hit.
Just. Whew. Man, that was a rough one.
Remember, we all have inspiration, guys.
Oh yeah.
I haven't used mine. I got 2.
For 20 points of magical piercing damage.
That hurts.
Kasey, bend luck is what you're looking for.
Yeah.
And then on its turn, it gets to take
Yeah.
some
Wasn't
necrotic
sure.
damage.
I
Okay.
think Bend Luck shows up.
No,
Level 6.
I do have that one.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
It's the one you're thinking.
That
of.
is the one I was
Bend luck,
thinking
not
of.
Tides of Gale.
Elliot. OZ is still standing. He doesn't look great.
He's still got my
He's
hunter's mark.
rapidly-
That's what
Yep.
the important part. Here we go.
Rapidly getting surrounded.
He's gonna
Death.
grab 2 more arrows out of his quiver. Oh yeah, those are both easily gonna land.
Okay.
22 on the first one.
To hit or damage.
Damage.
Killed him.
Nice.
Describe it.
This one's just gonna pierce through whatever's left of his hide and hit something.
Something vital.
Whatever's keeping him animated
Yeah, something to
and
keep
causes
alive.
it to burst into a little bloody squeak.
Nice. All
Um,
right.
Then he's going to take his bonus action to move the hunter's mark to any other enemies left.
I do not believe there are any that are actually alive.
I'm going to move him to the vampire.
Just in case.
All right.
I'm not gonna shoot him, but I'm just gonna
I
leave
want to
that
know
there.
where he is. Yeah.
I could do it. No one will know. No one will see.
I can do it.
He's already hurt. I can put him down.
All right. You have solved my a whole lot of fucking zombies puzzle.
There was a lot of fucking zombies.
You're temporarily at least out of initiative.
And
Well,
Emery wipes blood where she's bleeding from where the zombie was getting her from the vent.
Elliot's gonna walk very
I'm just
daintily
covered in
back out
zombie
on
blood
the
again.
floor, like around the bits of giblets that's on the floor.
Outside of the melee
Ew.
fighter.
Ooh, that's nasty.
It's bad in here.
Is that bone
Oh, I can't
on
hear
my
you.
face?
I forgot about that.
Mel's
that was
trying to get
attached.
the bits of cow out of her hair.
This is part of my skull.
Ow.
She did not know it was a battle day. She's just ponytailed. She didn't braid. Like, it's a mess.
Yeah.
all right. So there are dead things all over the place.
All right, who's
Ugh.
not dead? Sound off.
I'm good.
We didn't hear
Ugh.
that.
Oh, right. Words. Whoosh.
Yo,
Not dead.
Good.
Not feeling good, but not
How you
dead.
doing, blah blah Blake?
That is a difficult question to answer. I am dead.
Okay, on a scale from 1
But you're undead, I thought.
Well, yeah, the unbit implies the not alive.
all right,
Something.
sort
I don't really
yourself
understand
out.
my
Where's Sadie?
situation.
Okay.
I'm not a
There you go,
philosopher.
okay.
You're not.
Yeah.
You're good.
Yes, I am very good.
Okay.
I'm a good person.
Has to be seen.
He smiles with his fangs retracted.
It's fucking vampire.
Oh,
I am
boy.
friend.
Oh, that's terrifying.
Like,
Those zombies taste like a poo-poo.
the handkerchief that Mel gave Emery that's got the pepper smell in it, she just kind of gives up on like using it for the smell and just ties it so that she's not bleeding into her eyes.
Oh, but now you're
anymore.
gonna get peppermint in your wounds.
It's, you know, at least you can see.
All right,
Blake has got his hands in front of him, kind of
She's already hurting. It's not really.
just covered with zombie
He's
viscera.
just like Thriller standing.
Ah, he's looking for an ape.
I use my mage hand to wipe my sword clean.
I
And-
very much want to look for Sadie, but I also would like to take a break if we can.
Sure, you can take a short rest in here.
People
not,
break,
not what I
I
think.
am
she
not
meant.
game break.
Oh, us. Yes.
I was like, yeah, I don't
want
think that's
to
what she
move
meant.
on in the story, but
Gotcha. I get you. Hey there, listener. I'm going to just jump in briefly. I just want to take a quick second and promote our Patreon. If you want to hear ad-free, unabridged, and early release episodes, we have those. If you want more quality content that only Patreon subscribers can gain access to, we have that. In fact, in this latest episode of the side quest, the crew got to experience a challenge that's plagued adventurers for centuries: communication about what happened on their watches. In all seriousness, for $5 you can gain access to additional content, which with the new episode is now over 9 hours long. That said, we here understand that everything in the world seems to be getting a bit more expensive. So if you're looking for a less financial way to show your love, please follow, like, subscribe, comment, download, or whatever your podcast app of choice allows. We appreciate you all. Now let's get back to Fort Morgan. All right, you guys are on the first floor of a meat processing plant, surrounded by a lot of rotting meat.
This place is terrible, and I would love to move on. So let's see what we can do.
Does
Fine,
anyone want any
Sadie.
heals? I got a med kit.
I
got band-aids.
I would take a band-aid or two, but we should also hurry and find Sadie. So,
Hello Kitty or Paw Patrol Band-Aid.
Did you want healed before or after we get it?
It doesn't matter. If we don't have time, then it doesn't matter. I'll
I'm
wait.
gonna do my monk thing, and now I'm down 1 hit point.
Monk thing.
Wholeness of body.
Okay.
I mean, this will just take an action.
It's
Okay,
an action.
Then yes.
'Kay.
You can give me hit points.
3
back?
times my monk level.
Yeah.
Ah, fuck.
As an action, I can spend one of the healer kits, or one of the uses of the healer kit to give you a d6 plus 4, plus additional HP equal to your maximum number of hit dice.
What?
That's
That
my
was-
That's my healer feat.
That was a lot. What?
Say it again.
Is that- feel
I
like that's-
expend one of the uses of the healer's kit, the first aid box we have, and the creature restores 1d6 plus 4 HP,
That's 9 if you take.
plus additional HP equal to the creature's maximum number of hit dice.
Hit
Okay,
dice.
Hit
Hit
dice.
dice.
So
That
basically,
makes more
plus another
sense.
6 for the
Plus
level.
another 6.
Okay, so 15 healing.
So you get 15 hit points back.
That
That's
helps.
a great feat.
a
Yeah.
lot.
Solid.
No,
Yeah.
it really is a very good feat.
Sweet.
Sorry, I heard equal to the creature's hit points the first time. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
that's what I
what?
heard too. I'm
Yeah.
like, damn.
what's all the before text
Yeah, you
for?
just heal.
It just fucking heals
Yeah.
you.
Full heal.
Yeah, I just put a Power Rangers band-aid on your forehead, and it just absorbs, and you just.
I mean, that's
Heal.
basically what happens even with 15 points.
Yeah.
In this case, I slapped like an icy hot and an ace bandage you.
That
I'll
helps.
I'll
Okay,
hit you with
thank
cure
you.
wounds.
That helped a
I
lot.
stood there and
For
listened to you.
one casting of cure wounds will give you 7 hit points.
7 back.
I'm leaner too, apparently.
And I'm not gonna expend anything.
I'll take
'cause
it.
I'm only down 3.
And you are out of rage.
Right. But I will rage before we fight another thing. And if
It's
I
been-
see movement again, I'm flying off the fucking handle.
It's Sadie. You just scare the shit
It's
out of her.
I'm sorry. We got attacked by a lot of stuff. And I needed to be ready.
Blake wipes his hands clean. And he comes back up. He looks fine. You see the last little bit of a cut over his eyebrow, just stitching some clothes.
Is he back into emo Blake?
I mean,
That would be such a
he
useful
can't
skill.
change his haircut.
Right?
He's
It's
just
basically what you're
fucking Scary
doing.
vampire face with the emo thing.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Scene
yeah.
kid.
He's still very much in like attack.
It must be so nice being a vampire.
So he's like the Redfall vampire with the emo hair.
Have an actual excuse to never.
They
go
look
out in
very
sunlight.
grotesque and like misshapen. Yeah.
I mean, being a redhead is a legitimate excuse never to go out in sunlight. No one will
Yeah.
begrudge you that.
Yeah.
That was most unpleasant.
Oh, look, we're all smarmy again.
I am,
Get used to it.
I am me.
I am me.
I do not understand.
At least he's
You
not
can't hear me
snapping
anyway.
You can't hear.
But I can read body language.
Oh yeah, at the end of every single one of his sentences, I'm putting an emote with like some kind of like.
He's punctuating with the hair.
I would love a new translator.
Sorry, bro. That's the only one we got.
He's the only one who knows how to do that.
Best translator.
Anybody want to look around, see if you can find things? Like
Yes.
stairs?
Sure. I mean, I'm not
Mo-
good at it.
mostly, I'm looking for any sign of where Sadie might have gone or been taken. Or...
Let's do a round of investigating.
Investigation is what you said?
Yar.
3.
You are lost in the dark.
Guys,
8.
it is super fucking.
You're slightly less lost in the dark.
25.
4.
I've been rolling hot with these. not
Every
just
is
4?
lost
Really?
in the light.
proof.
So I've got light on my.
All right, James.
So it has
necklace.
ruined your night
I
vision.
find
You're a
Mel.
Irish pointer. Wait.
The only
I am
person who can
looking
see in
away
here.
from memory.
Yeah, Blake can see too, but you see better. So you're searching for a stairwell, I'm assuming
Yeah.
primarily. So you're kind of doing a perimeter because stairs are typically near the wall, right? And you come up on the opposing wall from where you entered, and you see. You would almost call it graffiti, made out of green paint, very clean graffiti in a circular fashion.
With like rune kind of things
Yes.
around the outside.
Yes.
Guys, I found something familiar.
Fucking door. Right.
And Mel and I are just off
I found the
looking at
Deja
something else.
Facing opposite directions.
James, you're gonna need. James, you need the subtitles for our deaf companions here.
Right. I found a thing.
But do you turn it
flashing
into an
green light.
arrow so they can see where you are?
Oh,
Yeah, there's just
cool.
two like landing strip arrows just like over here.
We both turn to look at the arrow and bump into each other.
Why are you like right here?
I don't. Why? What?
How are they so horribly
This
unaware of which?
Sucks.
They're not blind. They're deaf.
We are, which is worse because
then
when
again,
we
they're in
break
the dark.
each other,
Well,
we can't hear.
Because
Did
we're-
your
we're,
light
like,
turn off?
No, it's still on.
Okay,
We're just expecting to like have the sound as backup
that's true.
because we're used to it.
Yeah.
And so the fact that it's not there is very disorienting.
would
You're
take some
shuffling
getting
in
used
the
to,
dark
yeah.
with next to another person who's equally deaf.
And it's making us both really irritable, I think.
Yes.
And then suddenly you have like a bunch of arrows whizzing around your head saying like, yo, this way.
Already on edge.
Why are you like right here every time?
And I'm going to go ahead and
And I just
say,
like shrug
I
at
don't
you.
translate
Would
that.
you banish me again?
Dang.
I just shrug at you again because I can't fucking do
Anyway,
it.
don't get shit here and not bickering. I
um,
found another teleportation circle.
I'm going to go ahead and say also, because this place is not an easy layout, and it's dark, and there's rotting things, you're looking for zombies.
Yeah.
We've made it to the first hour complete deafness.
Oh god, one more hour of this chaos.
But yes, you find that runic circle.
Runic circle.
That must have been hard to say. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
And
Is the paint still like wet? Because I'm assuming I was like running
Yeah,
my
it's
hand across the. Okay. This is probably, I'm assuming, where she came to when she was from the wall.
Makes sense. Let's go.
and most concerning, you see most of a zombie
Oh,
coming out of the wall.
Like
As if the wall whooped
on top.
and caught the zombie mid-escape.
Oh.
I don't love that.
That's funny.
And it's just...
Oh, shut up.
I played patty cake with him.
I think I stab, or I think I try to behead it with my short sword.
Ah,
You absolutely can. It can't fight.
Mel's
adequately.
very cranky.
hey, I was playing
Mel
with
just
that.
walks up to it and then glares at James.
The other accent is going to be the subtitles, just heads up.
Okay. So Sadie felt like she was upstairs somewhere. We need to find the stairs
Yes.
still.
There they are.
Hey, they're over here.
Oh shit. Okay.
Oh, hey.
Well,
I found
let's.
them. Blah.
Blah, blah, blah.
Hey, I found them, blah, blah, blah.
I feel like he's like trying too hard now to be ingratiating.
So Emery's just going to turn.
I'm afraid of you, but I'm trying
Or
not
says,
to show
"All
that
right."
I'm afraid of you.
He just
Let's
watched people that he was
go.
afraid were hunters massacre a bunch of them.
Yeah. He's trying very hard to be on our good gracious.
We just Winchestered the shit out of them.
Yeah, we did, and none of us wearing flannel.
He's got a high intelligence score. He knows that you
That
are
makes you
dangerous.
the moose.
But yeah, you guys are able to make it up to the second floor. Frustratingly, this stairwell does not go directly to the third floor.
Of course.
The second floor, now, like I described, the first floor is huge. With, you assume if it were lit, there's a portion of the first floor that's only a story tall.
Okay.
The rest of it is 3 stories tall. You are in the smaller portion now upstairs. This is very much offices.
Does it smell better?
A bit. You've relocated from them. It is better. It's still a big metal box, effectively, so it's not great, but it's better. Way fewer flaws.
Whoever designed this staircase really had a cinematic idea in mind.
Fucking cinematic architects.
Cinema.
But yeah, so it's effectively it's a pretty lengthy hallway with doors, small branching hallways off to the sides.
Okay. I'm gonna turn to Blake and just say, do we need to waste time looking on this floor, or is she upstairs still?
She is still upstairs.
Okay, great.
Arrow pointing up.
Head towards the end of the hall, start looking for the other staircase.
Perfect. I'm assuming after all the chaos downstairs, you walk in.
Mm-hmm.
Not
Yeah.
trying to stealth
Oh,
at this
yeah.
point.
Stealth went out the window.
All right. As you're walking along, do hear in one of the rooms something slam up against a door.
Just keep walking.
Shudder
Yep.
the shit out of the door. You don't.
We don't.
You hear. You're
We
deaf.
just keep walking.
And the three of us jump.
And the two of us just.
And then a little bit further down, you guys hear another door to that with its own slamming.
I get their attention, like slamming noises up ahead.
And it slammed hard enough that you hear splintering of.
The zombies are getting in.
These are the nice ones with a glass window
Mhm.
in the door so you can see through. And what you see is pretty obviously still a zombie. Skinny, emaciated. Its hands have almost gooped together in decay, forming almost like, make this way less scary for a quick second, a Squidward tentacle hand.
Oh, joy.
And its
Way
head
less
is the
scary.
part that's going to draw your attention the most. Instead of its mouth being normal, its head has split into 4 segments, as if the whole head is now mouth.
What in the Beetlejuice hell is that?
It hears and reacts.
That must be what your mom meant by they change.
Oh god, it's a fucking clicker.
Oh,
Suddenly we're in The Last of Us.
I don't like that.
I
at all.
can't
And
hear that.
It's
Backs
she
up.
can't hear what I said.
And whoever is looking through the window sees it drop its shoulder and ram into the door again.
I want to punch that.
I do back up a little bit and put probably Mel between me and the
Can I?
thing.
Because
Sorry.
Can I use
You're the melee fighter closest to me.
I'm assuming it doesn't have eyes. It's reacting to sound.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna use the minor illusion to make sound behind it,
It turns
like footsteps running down that way.
and it reacts in that direction. You see that there's another one in that room also looking.
Okay.
I think they'll eat each other. Mel's
It
oblivious.
comes
to the
back at
noise
the door.
I
You get the feeling the door will survive maybe one more shouldering.
I start using minor illusion to make sounds pop on top of both of the clickers to try getting them to fight each other and see if that works.
They do not attack each other.
Dang it.
They're aware enough to not. Yeah.
So we do need to sneak through this hallway.
I'm gonna use minor illusion to do tiptoe animation.
You could just do that. But okay.
To the deaf people, just because it's funny.
You can.
No, yeah.
Elliot's
It's just a
definitely
stick-figure
gonna
guy
he'll
going tiptoe.
slow down and go to moving stealthily.
We'll give it
Get
a
a-
solid thumbs up.
I'll let you guys
Oh,
decide.
Wait, stand by before we do this because Elliot has not got to use it yet. He is going to cast Pass Without
Yes.
a Trace.
Perfect. Remind the audience how that one works.
A veil of shadows and silence radiates from you, masking you and your companions from detection. For the duration, which is an hour with concentration, Each creature that you choose within 30 feet, which is the group, has a +10 to their stealth check and cannot be tracked except by magical means.
Perfect. That makes you drop your hunter's mark, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So you no longer have hunter's mark on block.
Correct.
But all right, so everybody gets a +10.
+10 to your stealth check.
Can I continuously use minor illusion to make sounds pop behind them to try giving us cover? It's just
Just a can.
somatic material. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
I'll let that give. I'll let you guys choose, group or individual.
Group.
Group.
We're all running close together.
Disadvantages.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
Go ahead and give me, adding the pass without a trace. Give me your totals.
Filthy 20.
Filthy 20.
It started as a 7.
25.
26 for Elliot.
6. You
Does
said
that
25.
include my modifier as well?
Yes.
Yeah. You roll
Plus 12. It's plus 12 then, because you're plus 10.
No,
So-
With the plus 10, I got a 2.
No, hang on. You rolled an 11?
Yeah.
13 plus
Plus
10.
10.
23.
Yeah.
I got a 21. I rolled a 2.
I rolled
bad roll.
I rolled a 14 and got up to 25.
23.
So
Perfect.
Nice.
And that is a average of 23.
Wow.
Good job. You guys are able to get to the other end of the hall without triggering them anymore.
And just to
you-
mess with Blake, I'm just throwing like the snapping from the poem reading.
Yeah, for this being a group, I'm gonna grab Mel by the shoulders and almost walk her, almost like I'm driving a car. Just step, whoa, step to help her move.
There you go. I
silently.
like that. I like that a lot.
Very sneaky.
it would be so hard to sneak.
I
I know I
can't
said
even
that
imagine.
before, but
Yeah. Try to sneak stuff.
Jesus.
So you guys see there's 2-3 rooms off this immediate hallway with those monstrosities inside. One of them you do see is still intact enough that it's still got dress shirt tie on. The collar's been pretty well busted by the gross head. But you are able to pass without a trace past them. And you find a stairwell at the opposite end. Yeah, head on up to the third floor.
Yeah.
And you guys know basic architecture enough to know, you've got metal door jams everywhere you're sheep wood doors with the glass inserts. Yeah, you get up to the third floor, and there are heavy, solid wooden double doors. Feel wildly out of place.
It's weird.
Blake was kind of leading the group because he's got the sister sense. And he reaches out for the doorknob, and you see it start sizzling and burning the second he touches it. He yelps back, pulls his hand away, and he has got some nasty burns on his palm.
What, are you allergic to wood?
I do not know what that was, but that was not pleasant.
Can I poke the door?
Yeah.
Exactly where he did.
Yeah, nothing happened.
It's
It's cold
good.
metal.
It's silver?
It is not. It appears maybe brass.
How does what?
What you say?
Yeah. Why?
how's that?
Why
Oh,
does that
no, it's
suddenly make
brass!
sense? I've never heard anything about brass.
Sorry, it
rooms.
was just this basic reaction of okay.
The famous vampire killer.
Sorry.
Yeah.
It wasn't meant to be like an I get it.
Sounded like understanding.
Yeah, it
it's
sounded like a
oh, that
eureka
makes
for
sense.
sure.
No,
I'm
I
like,
don't
do
understand
not-
shit.
I'm like,
I don't know what that
this,
is.
Smith.
There is something protect this door.
Oh, maybe it's keeping the undead out.
There's no windows. It's just solid wood.
Yeah, with brass doorknobs.
Gotcha.
Well,
Well, I guess you're gonna have to wait out here.
Is it locked?
check if it's locked.
I will check it for traps first.
You do not see any traps.
Cool. I will check to see if it's locked.
It isn't.
Okay. Shall I push the door open?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. We gotta get a consensus.
Gently,
All right.
calmly.
You push the door open. It opens up
Why do I hear boss music?
into, again, this makes very little sense.
I can't hear anything.
Really?
No, I can't.
Oh,
Not
works.
okay.
oh,
Yeah.
you're deaf. Yeah. It's gonna be so bummed if you miss this. It opens up into, as you start opening it, you see runes flash along the door frame. Totally invisible before. Inside is a massive Gothic-style cathedral
Oh,
fuck,
wow.
We don't like those.
What
with
in
the symbols of the lords
Fuck.
bannered along the sides.
Is it too late to close the doors?
Sadie's in here.
You didn't hear that.
Standing at the far end of the cathedral is a massive man.
Oh, hell.
He has short white hair that's spiked with a crown of spikes seemingly growing out of the top of his forehead,
Okay.
mixing in with his hair. Shirtless with red, possibly scars, possibly tattoos, racing along his torso, pulsing a dark red light. Black metal armor on his arms, spiked pauldron on his right arm, both arms with spiky, jagged, gnarled bracers and gloves, and cool armory type pant shoe things below. And he says,
I really hoped you'd bring the child with you and save me the trip.
behind him, you see Sadie, hands tied behind her back, stuck in a kneeling position.
No matter. Once you're out of the way, retrieving him will be very simple.
By the way,
The Master will be pleased, especially when I show him the additional young druid that I have brought for purification.
You see, coming out of doors flanking him on each side, a series of red robes and heavily armored individuals.
I've been translating all of this, by the way, for the deaf people.
It's really a wrench in it.
It
Yeah.
really is, yeah.
Yep.
Or else this whole monologue would go to waste for two people.
Yep.
While you were looking at him, your attention was wrapped forward. I would assume at some point you try to close the door.
Yeah.
It's
the
not
door's
there
open
to
and I'm just like,
close.
close.
Gone.
Fuck.
You look
He's
through the door.
monologuing, and Mel's like, I can't read that fast.
You are firmly in the center of a cathedral. And it almost looks like it's extending away. At the end of the door, you can see Blake standing there like, what the fuck?
As a
And
church,
he
can't get
cannot
through.
enter to help. You see him clawing at nothing, trying to break his way in as he sees Sadie.
Oh, fuck.
And the doors close themselves.
I wanna
blocking
be
him
on that
off.
side of the doors. Does this guy have a whip?
We know who.
As
is.
you ask that, he reaches behind and he pulls out a short, leather-wrapped handle with 3 braided leather lengths coming from the top, ending in just some gnarly, barbed slugs.
Cat o' nine tails. That's what they're called.
Welcome to purification.
I don't need your goddamn purification anymore, you piece of shit.
Roll for initiative. Theater of the Mind presents Retribution is Amanda Arfsten as Mel Kelly, Jeremy Arfsten as Elliot Brandybane, Michael Bernal as Uldoc Fargar Johnson, Michael Downs as James O'Brien, Kasey Weingarten as Emery Lee, and myself, Mike Schock, as your Dungeon Master. We release episodes once per fortnight, so our next episode will drop on May 11th. If you want to follow us, our social media and website can be found in our link tree, which can be found in the podcast description. Also in the podcast description, you can find a link to Pinecast, as well as our referral code to get you 40% off your first 4 months of a paid membership, as well as our referral link to Epidemic Sound, which gets you a 1-week trial period to their excellent platform. The music this week was sourced from Epidemic Sounds, who we are not sponsored by under the Creative Commons license. The songs used in order are Adaption by Out to the World, Devils on the Doorstep 2 by Frederick Ekstrom, For Those About to Fight by Dream Cave, Close the Door Please by Lennon Hutton, and It All Ends Now by Hampus Nisalius. We also used Zombies Multiple Groan and Sensor Tone Plop Various Lengths from the Sound Effects Library. The Theater of the Mind theme, ad break, and outro were written by Mike Schock. This is a work of fiction. Names, characters, places, and incidents either are products of our collective imagination or are used in a fictitious manner. Any resemblance to actual events, places, or people living or dead is entirely coincidental. Speaking of slow episodes, welcome to Theater of the Mind Presents Retribution, episode 39.
Woo.
I'm Mike, I'm your Dungeon Master this evening, and this week's question from the Ultimate RPG Campfire Card Deck by James Amato is, who outside of your immediate family and companions has had the biggest...
No, it's not.
The biggest.
That is
No,
not
the
the
biggest?
question. We changed
Oh
the
yeah, we changed it.
questions.
Damn it. I have a script.
Oh.
Well, we were gonna have to edit that out anyway.
The biggest.